decision.
Okay, re-recording, ready, go.
Dylan, were you having a bad day
Why'd you
before
stop?
this, or did it just start now?
I only recently woke up an hour ago, so you tell me.
So it's a bad day. Okay.
It's just beginning.
Oh, it's gonna be real bad then.
Alright, so
Now you
recap.
have something to talk about it.
We got back from fighting stuff. The town was on fire. We fought a lot more stuff.
Yeah, we fought a bunch of demons that came from a portal.
Okay, but to be
directly
fair,
to
that's a
hell,
recap of like all of our sessions.
made by the Sorcerer of Circles, and also the Tree Lady is about to be dead.
No, don't do that. She
Circles.
owes me information.
Information.
You can't die. You owe me money. Taxi
Wait,
says.
what about the Sorcerer Circles?
On the Sorcerer. So there was like the implication was maybe that some very powerful wizard with interdimensional portal technology is responsible for the portal to hell.
You're talking about the Rift Weaver.
Rift Weaver right there. Look,
Because
all right.
you keep poor
Whiff.
Flax is being blamed for all the bad shit that's happening.
With Reaver.
Look, okay, they have very similar abilities insofar as they are wizards. It's hard to keep them all apart.
Wow, you're magic racist.
It's not racism, it's stupidity. There's a mild difference.
There are
Very
different types
mild.
of wizards, Swobo says?
Not all stupids are racist, but all racists are stupid. There we go.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm glad we all agree on
Paxi.
something. Yeah, fuck you, Paxi.
Oh no, we're gonna have to delete this recording. We mentioned a political.
He wears a white hat. With
I
a
do
coat
not
on.
wear... My jacket is black, you jackass.
Yeah, what? I'm talking about the dunce hat.
He doesn't have that either.
Does he wear a red hat instead?
Oh no.
Anyway,
The result of the
That's-
Fire Eater. That was a weird
that's
guy.
basically what happened. You guys arrived at Chantaka. It was being invaded by lots and lots of
Demons.
demons.
Straight up demons.
You guys basically fought through all of them. You assisted the townsfolk, although it's mostly you guys at this point. You killed them. You the portal collapsed. There was a clown guy who was just walking around sucking up fire.
Yep.
There were you guys.
It's a really
Yeah.
specific power, isn't it? Like, do you
Yeah.
think he can do other things, or does he just eat the fire? I assume he can also belt. He never did it. So,
That depends if we make an enemy of him.
that's a good point, actually. It's a really good point. High five,
But-
Simon.
We teleport.
What?
Anyways.
Oh no.
Yeah. So the city right now is currently recovering. Salona, the dryad who temporarily transformed into the avatar of Nosefi, got put inside her tree to recover, and said tree has a massive gaping hole in it that you guys saw with your own eyes.
What I hear about the Dryad's gaping holes.
I will fucking shoot you with my. I will take the
You
shotgun
I have,
back.
I have a
Dude,
squirt
I
bottle
feel
outside.
like-
I have the shotgun! You gave it to me!
I will
Just grab a
take
squirt
the
bottle and start
shotgun
squirting
back.
my fucking camera.
Alternatively, I feel like if you actually said that in character, Morning would teleport to my hand, and we would stab you together. It would be a mutual experience.
What the fuck?
You
What
take
is
15
that?
second damage backseat. This is equivalent of a squirt bottle.
What? Oh no.
A squirt
Anyways.
bottle do 3d10 psychic damage. That's a lot.
Is-
That's a,
It's not
good-
lethal.
It's not lethal psychic damage.
Whatever. Paxi has a ring of regeneration.
Can I cast Cure
Wouldn't the-
Wounds
wait,
on the damage
instead of
tree?
psychic damage, wouldn't the squirt bottle have acid in it?
No, it has shame.
Psychic.
Wait,
It's like a psychic damage to cats.
does that mean a ring of regeneration can heal emotional damage? Emotional scarring?
No.
No, that's internal.
Psychic
That
Huh, I no longer have beef with my dad.
nope.
Yeah,
Sticks
from
and
what he
stones
did
may
to
break my
Rosie.
bones, but word will leave me psychological wounds that will never heal. That's the fucking truth. All right. Anyways, so shit was on fire. Shit is now no longer on fire. Somehow, all of Chintaka was conveniently Well,
The map is just putting you back on the default town map. Things are still
no.
damaged.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, it was
Oh.
conveniently evacuated before all the demons got there.
No, they were not conveniently evacuated.
They were conveniently
Oh.
sequestered.
Oh,
I think they started running
This
away
was
once the demons
This
showed up.
was from what you guys can. I'm not gonna have you guys roll. It's not. You can just see by looking around that this was more of in a more isolated section of the not isolated, but this situation got isolated. So a lot of people got caught in the crossfire. You can see this from a lot of wounded and dead people.
Okay.
But
Can I-
it's mostly took place in the top left section of the map.
No.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on the tree? Or
You can
attempt
try.
to heal the tree. I will expend a first level Cure Wounds to see if it works.
It does not work.
Damn it.
Seems
and you
it's
can't
not
use
designed.
mending either.
Does mending work, Dylan?
It does not, because it only works on something that is less than a foot.
I mean, I will repair the wound 1 foot at a time. That's how
I thought
that
about
works.
doing that too. I also have mending, but I don't think that's how it works.
It can be how that works if we argue with Dylan hard enough.
What is he, a
It
parent?
can be how that
Oh,
works if you're willing to put up with all the red dragons later.
Oh no, the rocks, they're falling. Ah.
As of right now, you guys can see that some of the visible council members are currently assessing the situation. However, I will also say this. In the faint distance, you can hear some sort of almost jubilant music.
Do I recognize this music? Because
It
it-
sounds...
Chaludian?
It is not.
We shall walk in the direction. Oh, it's the clown, isn't it?
I mean, he left. He went like he like collapsed into his dimension again. Clown dimension.
It's very faint, but you can
Wait a minute.
discern a direction from it, though.
This is very high energy music. It's very quiet though. I mean, I guess we should we go check out that ominous boss music, guys, or do you think we should like stay here and bother the NPCs, bother the council members?
I think.
should check.
Boss music?
Huh.
That's
Wait,
really
what?
weird.
What is this?
Do you not hear it? I hear it. I hear
It's
really
very
like
quiet.
far away carnival music.
It's very quiet for a reason. Do you guys
Yeah.
want to investigate?
Wait,
Yes,
did you say
we will walk
carnival
in the
music,
direction.
as in clowns?
It sounds sort of party-ish.
We're about to
No,
clown
it's just-
around and
it's
find
just-
out.
Yeah, it's just very upbeat music. We don't know what kind of music.
Did
in
did
character.
we agree that we resurrected Swolbo? He's like not dead anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone resurrected me at some point.
Wasn't
No.
that like one of the first things you guys did afterwards?
So we leveled up,
You piece of shit.
but we
My sheet says like a 45
but we
HP,
didn't take a
so-
long rest.
No.
So we're assuming we are all battle worn and exhausted.
Yes.
Don't I hate you for every single second of this is playing.
I know.
I know you're feeling it too, therefore it's mutual.
Oh man.
The thing is, you and I are the only ones who are going to understand why.
Shut up. Anyways, so what are you guys doing?
Let's go and investigate Pac's music.
I don't.
Do you want someone wants to roll perception, or you guys just want to blindly go random
I'll roll
directions until you find it?
perception, fuck it.
Is that the right choice? All right, go ahead. Roll deception. Your move.
I said perception, not deception. 22
I know.
on
He wants to
perception.
deceive the DM into seeing.
You can tell that's coming from this direction.
I don't like that. Alright. Well,
What am I? Here?
I guess I start going over there. Well, Dane, don't you know you're clowning around and going to find out?
Uh-huh.
It's a toy hammer murderer.
I will also go investigate
Wrong.
the strange music.
No, don't. No, that's gate 2.
I know.
I mean-
this is gate 1.
I guess we just assume.
That's gate 1. Oh.
Oh god.
So,
I mean, it's weird. I feel like we should go handle weird.
I'll say this: you see, there's a decent amount of people like going in, like moving this direction, because they're also hearing this music and they're curious, although
Okay, I was about to say.
traumatized.
Yeah, don't worry about your burnt down village or something. Go check out the
There's a
circus.
lot. You notice there's a large crowd of people who've gathered over here.
Alright.
So as you guys arrive, that's when you see there's a large amount of people, all kind of not want to know what the hell's going on. The city was recently attacked. People are currently recovering. But there's only a couple of figures gathered around some spontaneous tent that got erected. And there's a lot of figures that you guys recognize, and a few you don't.
The whole gang. It's the whole clown gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
The gang's all here.
Let's remember all these people. Okay. So, I don't remember any. As a puppet, I know that. One of them is the strong man. One of them eats fire. One of them is like their leader. I don't think he's here.
You would be correct in this aspect.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry
wait. No.
about that. What happened? Because there's a cat that I'm sure.
Okay, so we've encountered the clowns. We've met this one like very briefly because the strong man was too dumb to answer our questions. He was like, ah,
Why are there so many clowns?
because this is the whole clown gang, or most of them.
I don't
Their
think
leader
we've-
isn't here.
I don't think we've seen this guy before.
I think that's the fire eater, or am I dumb?
No, that would
Oh,
That
be
was this guy.
this
That's
one.
the bottom one, bottom right.
Okay.
We're
Yeah, I
missing
don't-
one here, though.
Well, we're missing the
We're missing,
leader.
we're missing Strongman.
Are we?
Yeah, I don't see Strongman.
Yep, that is this guy right here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wooden mask.
I'm trying to find something.
Bottom
that-
left one we
Here
haven't
we
seen
go.
before, right?
I see the leader. He's technically right here according to the other guy's icon. He's in this dude's image.
No, he's not.
Oh my god, I found
Yes,
it.
he
It's
is.
this guy
I
right
know.
No, he's not.
I've seen your lore.
here. It's this guy right
Shut
here.
up.
Oh,
It's Paxi.
yep.
I will
Just
say
taxi.
this.
Oh my
So
God.
for the one guy you don't, I mean, you have
Taxi
not
is the leader of the
recognized. This is
clowns?
what
That
his
makes
mask looks like.
This nose honker stumbles in wig first to steal the crowny
So-
clown. Clowny
From
crown.
what you can
He is
tell,
the one who clowns.
this situation, for what you guys see, with all the people gathered here, kind of curious on what the hell's going on. You can see currently Andre, the strong man, he is currently lifting up massive amounts of stones and boxes with only one hand. You can see this guy right here juggling over 15 spherical objects that you can't quite tell what it is due to how fast he's doing it.
Yeah.
This guy, he's kind of just sitting in the corner. He just starts coughing violently, and you can see smoke coming out.
Oh, because he just ate fire.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of it.
And then you see this guy. He's currently just sitting there, with a little miniature version of him. Both of them just kind of observing. And then you see this guy. He kind of just strolls up to the crowd. Greetings, citizens of Gentaka and Toluta as a whole. We have heard your sorrowful plight, your terrible situation, so we have come to bring aid, as well as a wonderful announcement, and as well as a question. But first, for those injured, we have something to assist. Here, I present you Andre, the strong man. And you see
Clap.
this guy just casually walking up and just setting down massive boxes. When you open them up, you see rows upon rows upon rows of potions.
Oh, damn.
Healing potions for the wounded. Come, accept them in no charge. Take what you need. We have plenty to spare. You can see all the people here just kind of like looking at you like, who the fuck are these guys? We're kind of like, everyone's kind of very concerned, confused. But eventually,
I-
one person. Oh,
I will be the first person to walk up. I will give sort of a knowing nod to Andre and this person, the ones that we've like met and had a real conversation with, and I will take one of the potions.
Step right up, sir. Step right up. Take what you need. In fact, you, sir, look like you need one for yourself.
I will take the potion and I will imbibe the potion.
You're watching a video too?
Imbibe.
Imbibe
it?
the potion. Yes. It is a
So-
word.
Consume.
Make a constitution. Just kidding.
Okay.
So
Sword.
you would heal. So roll. Let's
Roll
see.
for damage.
Let me
Roll
look
death
up.
save.
Okay.
Roll death save.
Yes. Roll 5 death saves. Have fun.
So roll 10d4 plus 20.
And this is like a fucking superior potion or some shit. 41.
Isn't it?
And just before your eyes, your injuries, your scratches, and your weariness disappears. And upon seeing this, everyone starts rushing in to grab whatever potions they could. And you just see
I
this
also
guy
did.
just like, one at a time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There are plenty to spare. We, the troop of fools, have brought as much and enough for everyone. As you see, people are currently grabbing as many potions as they can. You can see there's a lot of people who are really injured, or some people who are just wanting to grab some for their injured family or friends. Eventually,
And then there are the hoarders.
yeah, then there's the hoarders. But you notice
I need
eventually
one.
all the potions get taken away.
Is there one for me?
Me on
You-
death's
you current-
door.
All of
I'd like
all
to
the
grab
massive
one.
amount of boxes, every potion has been taken. But you notice this guy here kind of just turns his head. Oh, don't we
I'm not
recognize
full
you?
health.
Don't we, Poppy? Yeah, I know those bozos. Poppy, be nice at least for once this time. Anyways, don't worry, friends. We have a little something extra just in case. Poppy? I don't wanna. Poppy, do it now. No. Poppy, don't make me say it 3 times. Do it, buddy. I know you won't. Poppy? Ah, fine. That's when the little guy immediately just like does a little hand motion and then whoop, he is holding a healing potion. Take it now before I drink it, you bozo. That's what I thought, Poppy.
PG-13.
Yep.
Hey,
Take one.
you! Half-elf with the black hair, you just go to ogle on it, or are you gonna actually take it and drink it?
Alright, go on, I'll take it. Jesus.
That's what I thought. Don't mind Poppy. You know how he is. And now, as everyone's currently gathered, administering the potions or bringing it to their injured fellows, that's when this guy currently just taps the foot on his ground and just clears his throat loudly. Now, with that taken care of, now I should probably do some introductions. For those who don't know, I am Damien, Beast Tamer and Ringmaster Extraordinaire. For others who are also unaware, for the rest of our troop, we have Andre the Strongman, Jackus the Ventriloquist and his partner in crime, Poppy. We have Pierre, the Juggler and Master Dexterous Manipulator, and Seraphine, the Flame Eater. Quite literally.
Oh, fuck.
But this is not just us simply strolling around. We have an announcement to make, as well as a question, as I've quite said. However, I will not be doing the honors. Instead, this will be done by our leader and the driver and creator of this circus. And that is when you notice your surroundings start getting dark, as if someone started dimming the lights.
And
Sorry,
how are you?
Poppins.
That's the sky. How are you doing that? That's not what. Okay.
We just clap. I just clap.
Someone might
Not
need
bad.
to write down names and what the hell they are. Oh, well.
So Jacques
I
Pierre.
have faith in you, Dean.
You notice in a puff of smoke, as well as a thunderous applause, and you can kind of tell that it's not from the audience because no one's clapping.
I'm clapping.
At this point, you guys would notice this thunderous applause that's coming directly from Aryu. So
I'm
you
not
know,
down.
this guy, he just starts strolling up, holding a cane, and he just starts twirling. Thank you, thank you. Damien, I very much appreciate this introduction. Hello, everyone. Ladies and germs, I am Lachey, King of Fools. I hope everyone is
Lachey.
currently recuperating from this completely terrible situation. You see, I would have assisted, but unfortunately I've only been recently informed by Seraphine. Thank you. No problem. Regardless, I am here for a question. Citizens of Chintaka, must I ask you, are you all tired? Everyone just kind of just like looks at each other. I will take that. Yes. I have noticed a trend as of late, people. Everyone has been currently suffering as of late due to rising terrible situations involving stoners. Yes. Remnants. People are getting hurt, people are getting killed, people are getting abducted, people are made sick. And in these situations, these casualties, these people just getting affected are just increasing by the numbers. And nothing is be done about it. Or perhaps nothing is not able to be done about it. Think of this, people. You are currently sitting by, not doing a thing, relying on your leaders to help you. But it seems like your leaders are not capable of handling this situation anymore. So, what is it I'm saying? You need to take matters into your own hands. Stop relying on higher powers and rely on your own strength. We are helping you, yes, right now, but we won't always be here. What's going to happen? Another invasion by otherworldly entities, and you expect another troop of jesters to just spontaneously throw up and just hand out potions? That's not going to happen every time. Someone needs to get together. Everyone needs to get together and needs to stop relying on higher forces and actually get things done. Just think about it. In the meanwhile, rest, recuperate, enjoy what you can, count your losses, and recover. However, you should not be relying on higher forces anymore. Instead, rely on yourselves. Food for thought. With that, I will bid you adieu. He snaps his fingers and disappears immediately. That one kind of just like starts staring at the spot he was, kind of shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, that is us, the troop of fools. Sorry we cannot entertain you further, but we must also leave. That's when you notice each and every single one of them starts vanishing in a puff of smoke,
I start clapping
leaving
again.
nothing but silence,
And are you clapping?
Yes.
creating a thunderous applause just by himself.
Oh man, magic is weird.
And with that, there's a bit of silence, and then people start talking, and then there's a lot of people talking, and you can hear lots of arguing. At
Is
this
there
point,
a-
that is when you notice a group of wild warriors are rushing in to try and assess this whole situation, but currently no one is giving in due to the vast amount of, basically, it's not quite turning into chaos, but people are not really taking this whole situation well.
Okay, I have two
Imagine they would take
questions
a
for you.
terrorist attack well.
I have two questions for you, the Dungeon Master.
What's up?
Did the troop of fools leave anything behind, or just like empty boxes where potions used to be, or not even that?
You do see empty boxes,
Okay.
but they did not leave anything else behind.
Can I hear like? Can I try and like listen in with my amazing furball ears to like what people are talking about, like what the conversation seems to be among the crowd?
Roll perception.
Ah! It didn't work. Why is it? Can I say I rolled a 23, or does it need to be in D&D Beyond? You can see it. Other people can. It's in the. No. Okay.
Preferably in D&D Beyond, but
Let me
depending on
Say
what
you
you
mean
roll,
roll 20.
I'll probably just take your reward for it.
let me just
It
fucking.
does say 23 in D&D Beyond.
Let me just like.
Now it says
fucking
22.
refresh-
Yeah.
Let me refresh.
Multiple
those
rolls
pages.
are.
Also, wait, did I tell you guys to roll 4d10s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oops, I meant to say 10d4s, but I guess it works out kinda.
I mean, this is the same general ballpark. It's close enough. Still a lot of hit health points. Perception. That's less fortunate.
I'll take your 23 for it, your word for it then.
Hey, advantage. Free advantage.
So, you're kind of just like a little bewildered, like where the fuck do these guys? Like you're kind of familiar with them at this point, but at the same time, they did kind of just pop out of nowhere, and you would definitely know for a fact that just by even just watching the group, they were definitely taking advantage of this situation.
Okay. But
But
do the
listening
people
to, the people though, of townspeople of Shantaka, you notice there's a lot of conflicting opinions, but you notice there's a lot of very vocal groups who are agreeing with the sentiment. You notice a lot of furbolgs, your people, are agreeing with them. Because you know from firsthand experience and witnessing your people that they are already starting to do their own thing to protect their kind.
Yes.
And especially with the council member who went off on his own to basically save his people. And they're saying things like, he's right! We cannot rely on the council anymore. So nothing has been done. We've been relying on other heroes to save our own kind. You know, there's a couple of people, like the Wood Elves, are kind of conflicted. Some of them are agreeing, others are not. The Tabaxis are talking amongst themselves. A lot of the other, like, miscellaneous races are kind of on the, like, not sure. But you notice the High Elves, though, the few High Elves in the area are against this idea and saying that the councils are doing the best they can. Overall, very conflicted, but you do notice it is kind of leaning towards that slightly that they should be relying on themselves.
All right. Okay. Noted. We're gonna put a pin in that.
I'm conflicted.
I joined
Fair
the
enough.
protesters who are agreeing with Lachey.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm
You
so
can
sad
only
they aren't
agree in 5
hiring more
syllables at a
clowns.
time, though. Which actually, if you think about it, 5 syllables at a time is like okay for some kind of weird chant. If one of those ever starts.
Lachey speaks the truth.
Okay. That's going to start being. If that starts becoming the rallying cry in the city, I'm going to be slightly upset at you, are you? But also, I
Yeah,
respect
that
that
would
you're able
be.
to work. You're able to work within the limitations you were given, and I'm okay with that.
Jacques and Poppy.
Oh, Jean.
Jacques, Poppy. Well, it's
Jean.
Jacques the ventriloquist and his partner in crime, Poppy. We have Andre the strongman.
Oh, Pierre's the juggler.
Yeah,
Then
Pierre
who's
the
Damien?
juggler. Was he
Wait. Yes, he's the
Ring-
ringleader.
the
He's the no.
ringmaster
Yeah.
and
Ringmaster.
and
Yeah.
beast tamer? And then we have the fire eater, whose name none of us remember.
Is Seraphim.
It's
but I don't know how to-
Seraphim.
I don't know how to
Okay,
spell it.
that
He's just
everyone
going
but
with
me
the, yeah.
remembers.
He's just going with the fucking leak spelling without the E.
No,
no,
no
I'm
one's
not.
at-
No, I'm not.
No one's
Seraphim's
adding this
an
to the
actual name,
document.
by the way.
Somebody just type all this shit out, and then I'll.
We did.
Oh, it's in campaign 1.
Oh.
We're both dumb. We
I don't
when we
have
play
that
D&D,
document.
We
Is the
share the
document,
one brain
pinned?
cell. And it's bad. It is.
Is
I
the
think.
document pinned?
If it isn't, yeah, it is pinned.
I got
Okay.
it. I'm
Probably
adding it
can.
to the Chaluda arc.
Yep.
I-
This is-
yeah.
Oh, wait.
fair.
So is this season 3? Yeah, this is season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah, well, season 1 is the meat arc. Season 2 is the robot arc.
The meat
Season
arc.
3 is the clown arc?
The clown and plants and dimensional little girls and
Yes.
all sorts of weird stuff.
Dimensional Little Girl, I feel like, was sort of like a filler arc, you know? Like
Yeah, it was
between
filler
seasons.
content.
It was the filler season.
Well, it wasn't a
Feels
like, this
bad,
was-
man.
It was a few filler episodes.
How do you?
to,
God. We're
I mean,
just
we're
currently going through a lore
deconstructing your
building.
life's work, Dylan. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, look.
If D&D was an anime season.
The filler art.
Where's our
for
beach
Yu-Gi-Oh! is
episode?
the Best season. So like filler can be good.
Wait, have we not had a beach episode? Beach
We had a
slash.
shopping
no.
episode.
No, like beach, or it's either a beach or a hot springs. One of the two. It's got.
We haven't
had
I mean,
either.
we've been. I mean, all of the major towns we've been to, except this one, have been on the coast. But we haven't had like a beach adventure or a. hot
All right,
spring.
Dylan. I demand a hot springs adventure for my D&D anime
Look.
bingo card.
We're going to get our next filler arc after the main arc. So we have to stop the followers of Anagen, and then we can relax by going to a hot
Wait.
spring after we save the country.
What if the hot springs is inside of hell? Because we keep summoning. Well, one of us keeps summoning portals to hell.
There you go.
No. Two
And
people.
before you just summon a drenched Grignaw with a towel around his waist.
Yes.
Don't
He
say
just ends
yes
up
to
being
that,
more
you
cursed.
fucking horny bastard.
I will murder the next available NPC to make that happen.
There are. See, Dane, there are two people who are summoning portals to hell. You and the big bad evil guy.
So there's
We
one
We haven't
person
seen them both in the
summoning
same room at
portals
the
to
same
hell, is what
time,
you're
though.
saying.
Porque
You're
no
right.
los
Oh.
dos.
We have not seen them both in the same room at the same time. So.
Okay.
Kill Patsy.
So, clowns.
Um,
I have Lachey, Seraphin, Andre, Poppy and Jacques, Damien, and Pierre.
Yes.
Okay.
That
all we
it's
know of
Jacques
right
is
now.
Jacques and Poppy, not Poppy and Jacques.
Fuck you.
Get it right.
The clown is...
Poppy and Jock.
The clown puppet is clearly in control.
Shut up.
I mean, it's. I mean,
Could
they seem
be.
to have kind of an equal relationship. Poppy's an asshole, but like Jacques is able to rein in his assholeness mostly.
So it's like a couple?
I mean, they're a comedy duo. They're the straight man and the funny man. Anyway,
Let me
hey,
tell
look,
you, nothing
NPC.
straight about him. What?
Hey, how's Salonia doing?
Oh, hey. Oh, she's inside the tree now and is probably dying. Oh, hey, look, more NPCs.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of wild warriors as well as, a leader of them. They're trying to, like, basically diffuse the entire situation, break up the crowd. Because, there's a lot of unrest, and right now with the chaos happening recently, they kind of need, some sort of order established. Make sure no one else gets hurt. So, utilize just shouting out, like, telling everyone to basically break it up, find your loved ones, so that way we can like assess the situation, that sort of stuff. And right now the crowd is not really wanting to disperse due to the arguing and stuff getting louder.
Hi there. Things are a bit wild today, aren't they?
I don't have mass suggestion.
She gives you a nasty look.
Okay. That's fair. I'm trying to. I don't have any. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Actually, I do. I don't really. If I had a way to help, like, control the crowd, I would. But I'm out of fucking juice.
I think I have a solution to this. Give me a second. Let me see if I have a spell.
You can cast mass suggestion on a maximum of 7 people, or like a maximum of on a maximum of
That's
9.
not what I'm doing.
Assuming you are max level. I can make a lightning bolt. Is there a place nearby that's like a safe place to strike lightning?
You're- All right, I'm going to use a 6th level spell to cast Skill Empowerment on myself,
Okay.
which will
can
give me a
cast Skill
plus
Empowerment
12 in
on her.
Intimidation.
Oh, okay. You're going that way about it.
So
Intimidation.
I'm going to roll Intimidation,
Uh-oh.
and that's going to be a 23
Okay.
because it's a plus 12,
Who are
not
you
plus 8.
intimidating?
The entire crowd.
What
And
are
I
you going
scream
to
at
say
the
and
top of
do?
my lungs with a deep voice. Quiet!
I just imagine he sounds like a foghorn.
That's all
My
I
Dum
hear.
Dum wants to speak.
Yes.
That actually sounds like a foghorn almost. Anyways, the
I,
crowd gets mostly quiet, but you do notice some people are not, although they do take this message to basically leave.
Not even to leave.
Nope. You notice that a group of furbolgs are currently branching off and leaving.
That's fine.
Alright.
Have you people lost your
direction are they-
minds?
Which
just-
direction are they heading off in?
I'm not
Thank
done.
you.
I am not done with my intimidation.
I know.
People of Chintaka, have you lost your minds? You just endured one of the worst attacks that the city has ever seen. And yet you're bickering among yourselves rather than looking to see where your loved ones are, if they're even still alive, but instead you're wrapped up in what? Childish tantrums, arguments? What's more important? The people of Chintaka or you being right?
Yeah, being right is always the most important.
Alright, I gotta cast something on Swallow, I swear to God. I cast Dissonant on Whispers on fucking Swalbo, so that way he just runs the fuck away.
To be fair, psychic damage is the only thing that can hurt him, so you might be our only hope to stopping Swalbo when he turns evil.
When he turns evil?
That's
When he turns evil?
That's
Alright,
two really funny reactions.
Hey, kiss, what
They
did
point
I
at
tell you
Swalbo
about
and
this
I'm like,
customer
you
feature
stop that
session?
now. I straight up used a 6th level spell for this. I'm making the most out of it. How long does this shit last? Skill empowerment
3
lasts
rounds.
up to an hour. Yep. Doubles his proficiency bonus for ability checks and makes using the chosen skill. No, so I can get. Oh my god! So what I'm seeing is I can get a plus 15 in charisma saves. Nice. Oh, my proficiency bonus is a plus 5 now. Oh, I'm
we
sorry.
leveled
So
up.
that was a 24.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wait, didn't that say ability checks or did that say both?
Just want the chosen skill. For ability checks, it makes that use the chosen skill.
Okay,
Once
so I
ability
will
checks.
say this: the reaction of the crowd is surprisingly mixed. Some people are kind of nodding and agreeing, and then branching off to go find out, about their loved ones. Others are greatly offended or objecting to your words, giving their own sort of defense of the situation. But with the amount of voices, you can't really tell.
All right, fine then. Feel like you need to be right, but just know, being right doesn't matter when, who knows, little Timmy could be dead right now and you don't even know because you're over here. Little Timmy could also be alive
Who's little
and
Timmy?
dying.
Timmy's a human name. There's not a lot of those. Use an elf name. Use
Names.
You're an elf.
What the?
Try and be relatable.
Half-elf.
Being right doesn't matter when I can just beat someone into submission until they say I'm right.
Don't
All right,
let Swalbo
Vegas.
do the speech.
Darth Thoridden. Darth Thoridden? Nylian? What the fuck are these names?
They're elf names. You're an elf, my man.
So,
I know. I'm looking up names, and I'm
Hey.
all right. Let's go for neutral names.
should we probably follow the
Vegas.
councilman that left?
Roll perception with advantage,
Who?
Vegas.
Oh, me. Yeah.
You're the one who would notice this first, so I'm just having you roll.
22. I get advantage too.
24.
24.
So you're kind of you're observing the situation, but you notice something besides the crowd and the various unrest. You notice that the forest, like the surrounding forest of Chintaka, seems to be tense. Specifically, you notice that normally the tree ends, unless you have a very particular eye for keeping an eye out for them, they are just indistinguishable from the rest of the trees. But you notice they're kind of just shaking a little bit. Their faint faces are like twisted in discomfort and worry.
Yeah,
You
they're
notice in the
intimidated by
air,
the
there's a
bard.
lot. No, but you notice there's also the invisible fae that would be flitting around or moving almost like sporadically, almost as if they're panicking. And
I'm
that's
gonna
when
like
you
take-
notice something else. You feel a chill. Not just a normal chill, though, but an actual faint cold.
I am going to take like a few steps back, like away from the crowd, and try and maybe like whisper in Sylvan to a treant or one of the fairies. What's wrong?
That's when the treant turns his head to you. Particularly this one right here, I guess, is the closest I can get it without being on top of people. A great cold is felt by the forest.
Can you
The
tell
great
where
cold is
it's
what?
from?
A great cold is felt by the forest.
Felt by the force. Got it.
And that is where you guys hear a faint, well, not here, but at this point, everyone can hear it, but you guys all hear a very faint boom. And after
Oh.
a few seconds, you guys all feel a gust of chilly air, and you notice up in the sky, it starts snowing.
Oh fuck! Oh, that's really bad.
It's nuclear fallout
That
time.
is when the treant looks up.
And then we hear the word drain.
The tears of the frozen are falling. Hopefully this place can endure.
Can the spirits of the forest, can they tell where this is happening, where it is?
That's when, with one of his branches, he goes and points, well, this direction. And if you
Okay.
were to look, despite the massive towering trees, you would see it, basically a massive wave of fog, almost. Not fog, but like clouds or freezing air.
It's called mist.
That too. But I'll say this, it is currently near the end of summer. Right now, with how chilly the air is suddenly becoming to feel, it feels almost like it's winter.
That's very, very, very bad. What time of day is it?
It is midday.
Okay. Acas is visibly concerned.
You don't know what this is.
Nuclear
I would
fallout.
I would remember that the fucking harbinger of the apocalypse that's under Chaluda is a cold guy. Oh, shit,
Yeah, at this
I-
point, everyone's now well aware of the temperature change and are visibly confused. You can see some people start panicking and running away. Currently, the Wild Warriors are now trying to create some form of order, but are failing miserably. That is when most of the Fae, like the Pixies and the Fairies, are now currently retreating. The trees still are staying in place, but he knows this guy, from the way his face is, he kind of seems like it's more of resignation.
I will approach
If
you
you
by
value your life, young Furbolg, I recommend fleeing. Chaluda is not safe.
I value my life, but I also value everyone else's. I'm going to do what I can.
I understand. In that case, I wish you the best of luck. May those of you guide you.
And you too. I will approach Yulai.
At this point, even she is like well aware. She's kind of pale now. She's currently like arguing with some of her wild warriors, telling them to basically evacuate as many people as they can.
I guess I'm confused.
It's Simon. It's very, very, very bad.
Mork?
How so? If you don't mind explaining.
You remember all those robots, those golems we've been fighting?
No.
The whole time we've been in Chaluda. Like we fought multiple
Oh, you
golems.
mean the yeah, sure.
Yeah, the golems we've been fighting here from the Lifesmith. I want you to imagine if the person who made those just like made the most thing, like the full extent of their power into creating a powerful object. That's what this is.
It's bad.
It is bad.
Fun.
And that's why it's snowing?
Yes.
Because there's a
Get
big bad ice golem coming?
Yeah, the harbinger of the apocalypse that's here in Chaluda.
What a name.
What if we could get Drain Golem to go after Harbinger of the Apocalypse Golem?
Okay, Paxi. When you tried to get the dead person's head, that is an understandable mistake. When you're trying to take something called the Life Drain Golem and make it fight something that is not alive and is also a golem made by the same person, that's a bit of an issue in logic. I apologize.
See, you're assuming that he's trying to save people and not just actively trying to destroy.
I just want to see Godzilla versus, King Kong here. That's all.
But they're not going to fight. The Life Drain Golem is not going to attack the Harbinger of the Apocalypse, the Tear of the Frozen, because it's not alive. And also, they're made by the same person, so they're probably on the same side if they were to encounter each other.
Oh, that's a
They're
thought.
just gonna destroy the continent. That sounds like
Yeah.
within Paxi's wishes.
Are we sure? Like, we've fought some pretty big bad things before. Like, what?
I mean, the Harbingers of the Apocalypse have only ever been a story for my life, and until recently, there's only ever been, like, we, as the protagonists, have been given implications that they are actually real. But if the stories I've heard are true, then these things are more powerful than anything we've ever fought before.
All right. What's Uli? You've heard of what is this Harbinger the Apocalypse compared to, say, like a Beholder?
She just looks at you. If the stories are true, in any sort of level of what they're spoken of, then a harbinger of an apocalypse is, in and itself, is perfectly capable of taking out an entire nation and succeeding.
I mean,
It is-
we did defeat an entire meat forest, not by ourselves, but
No. We defeated an entire meat forest with the help of a paladin we don't have and the avatar of Farsos? It was Farsos, right?
right, yeah. Well, yes, not by ourselves,
Yeah,
but
okay.
we were there. We helped, and we didn't die.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, we didn't. One of us died several times, but she's still alive.
She didn't die. She was just grievously wounded.
Many times.
Yes, many times.
Simon feels horrified hearing this.
It was her idea.
You know,
It was her
Uli
idea.
brings up her hand, and she starts tapping her, basically where her pulse would be. And that is when you notice various glowing branches start forming, like symbols, on her arm. We need another meeting with the council, but this time
Do I
we just
understand?
urgent.
Do I
Wait,
understand those symbols?
wait. Paxi has a dumbass idea.
Also,
you recognize
cats can read every
something
language.
Hold on. Spells. Shit. I don't know how many spell slots I had left at the end because we leveled up and that reset everything.
It shouldn't have. I leveled up in my
It
spell
shouldn't
slots.
reset. Yeah, mine are the same.
Yeah,
You took a long rest. Didn't you?
It reset everything.
You take a level of exhaustion. You take one level of red dragon. That's the condition.
Okay. I'm looking
Fuck,
back.
you took a long rest.
All right. So far we've met many of these dragon guardian guys, and I'm
we've
looking
had-
back through. Oh, there it is.
We've had sort
No-
of
no
niche
Sophie. No
interactions
Sophie.
with them.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Pax is gonna go take a nap,
Okay.
and he's gonna cast Dream on himself.
Okay.
And no Sophie.
Can I cast Counterspell?
You target Nosophy with your you're just gonna fall asleep right here and now.
No.
He needs to take a short rest because he's out of charges.
Like, at the earliest convenience, I'm going to
Yeah.
try and reach out and contact Nosophy, because it worked really well with Irviorin, and she was very
Yeah.
eager to pick up the phone.
I just want to point out,
Or-
actually, that Irvin
or-
is a being of dreams and the ethereal plane, or
Or
the astral plane.
if she doesn't want to talk to me, an outsider, because she, I don't know, she's racist, I can send Akaz
Like you.
ahead instead.
Okay, that's
Projecting,
fair.
motherfucker.
Accept this plan that we
You-
have made out of character.
You know what?
telepathy.
That sounds like a much better idea. Akaz, I'm gonna send you to meet Nosefi. Snap!
I don't. Wait a minute. I feel like we're in the middle of a convert.
You don't have the spell slots fast.
Yeah, I know.
I'm fine. Hi.
I actually think I did have one or two at the end of that fight, but still.
I like to
You
imagine.
only have
Paxi
like 2
attempt-
total.
I have three.
I like.
He has 3.
I have three
I like-
and a ring.
You do have a ring, but the ring is designed for holding high five charges.
No,
Or other
it
things.
stores.
Fly
I
charges?
don't want to be touched charges.
Oh, that's a good thing to hold charges of. A high five is funny though.
Yeah.
We need to give Paxi 3 rings of spell storing so we can have the same. That way he can have as many spell slots as all of us had at 2nd level.
Oh God, no. Okay, wait. Eli left. Akaz, you're a resident of this country / city / area. Like, do you think Nosefi would be up to talking?
I mean,
we've met Farsos, we've met Erviorin. Saikon probably doesn't want to talk to us.
I have to imagine he's like going through some stuff right now.
He's the guy that boomies, and
Yeah, he's going through some
we
stuff.
kind
I
of lit his
imagine.
country on fire.
We didn't light his whole country. You're confusing which countries we've destroyed, Paxi. You've destroyed. We set a building on fire. I mean, it was a military fort, but they were also magic Nazis, so it's fine.
Oh God.
Okay, so I mean, it's sort of. I mean, maybe is a thing. Like,
Sorry, it's just picking this information up.
Simon's not understanding any of this.
we won't explain it to you. It'll just come up.
Simon,
and when
you're
it's a
guilty by
problem, that's when it'll-
association. Just go with it.
I'm trying to think.
I pickpocket taxi.
It's really hard to think because Paxi is creating eminent stupid energy into my brain. I mean, I guess it's. I mean, there's no harm in trying it. And if she was going to talk to anyone, it would probably be me.
Okay. Other crazy galactic allies we have is Shen. You've
Okay,
met with
I-
him.
I mean, I have been able to. I do some of my little silvery flame powers. I think I have a bit of a connection with him, so I can try to communicate with him.
Cool. All right.
If you want to try and use me as a fucking focus to cast dream on gods and godlike beings, I'm cool. Fuck it, why not? Like, what's the worst that could happen? I explode and die? I could explode and die. Probably won't happen though, so it's fine.
I mean, I've kind of got this thing going with Erviorin. She was doing me a solid, but you and Nosefi are probably like.
Yes.
So yeah, let's do that.
If someone was going to talk to Nosefi, it would probably be me. And if someone was going to be able to talk to Shen, it would definitely be me.
All right.
So,
Well, we got 3 dreams and
All
one
right,
night to
so-
do them. So let's.
who's the third one? Oh, it's you. Is it you?
What?
Wait, no, Shen, Erviorin.
And we could do either Farsos.
I mean, they have a lot less power outside
Should-
of their country.
You think we should check in on our Spider Girl, see how she's doing?
What Spider Girl? She's dead.
I don't think she's doing well.
Okay, here's the thing, Paxi. There are 2 problems here. First of all, the answer is no, and we don't want to know that. Second of all, the less we know, the less the timelines will be altered when I find a way to go back in time and smack you in the head in the past.
No, we're definitely checking.
Can
on
Wish
her.
go back? Can you use the Wish spell to time travel? That's an important question.
I mean, we know it. I mean, technically, the wish spell can do anything the DM allows you to do.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So
so Paxi, you go take a nap, and you get your spells back.
Yep.
Or you go like you go like just sort of, I guess.
You know what my favorite part of Dream is? It's not concentration based. So I can send you off on a message, and I can go talk to Spider Girl.
Paxi, don't mess with the time. You're messing with the timelines in the present before we time travel. It's
Nope.
really meta. It's really weird.
Nope,
Fair.
we're
Okay.
doing this.
Okay, while Paxi goes off on taking a nap,
Anybody else want to talk to someone in their mind?
I mean, we probably should take a real long rest before we try and do anything. So we have basically a whole, half a day's worth of Paxi taking short rests to cast psychic messages to people. Hey Simon, there's this lady called Athenia we once knew. She won't listen to any of us, but maybe she'll talk to you.
She listened to me.
Yeah, because
I don't know who she is.
No, we have, but here's the thing: if she gets a message from Paxi or Acast, she'll just say no. If she gets a message from Simon, she might be like, "Who is?" We didn't land on the best of terms, so maybe you can tell her that we are actually sorry, and we need as many paladins as we can get because they're overpowered.
I'm not playing 2 fucking characters, and I'm not role playing with myself.
Again.
You
Also,
will, and you will like it.
Because I needed to create room for character sheets, so I had to delete somebody's.
Just pay the D&D people money to have infinity characters.
Yeah, fair, but also no.
While Paxi goes off to take a nap, I have 2 things I want to do.
There's something I want to do as well.
Okay, I will do my one thing, and then I'll go off and do another thing while Simon does his thing. DM, with everything I know about trees and fairies and magic and nature, how bad? Well, I guess it's over. It's not over there. It's over here. How bad is the tree? How? I forget her name right now because I'm bad with names. The dryad lady, her tree.
Alona? Yeah.
How bad is it?
It has a big gaping hole in it. That is not an injury that a tree will easily recover from if it can recover.
I need to find the spell Cure Tree. That's a thing for the future. I will try and do that. Okay.
And I also know, as standard information as Chaludian, that Dryad's health are directly associated with their tree, and if their tree's damaged or harmed in any way, the Dryad will suffer accordingly. So if it suffers a mortal wound, the Dryad will also suffer something akin to it.
So Acast spends all night casting Mending on the tree, one cubic foot at a time.
Yeah, I will. While Simon goes off and does his thing, I'm gonna go find a private little alleyway, somewhere I can be mostly alone.
Dylan, I'd like to go to the merchant district.
All right. There's no direct merchant district here, but there's a lot of places that merchants sell stuff. If you're looking to find some merchants right now.
I'm not looking for merchants. I'm looking for their goods.
Oh. Roll perception.
Okay. Perception. 15.
So you're walking around trying to look for some free goods to snatch up. From what
not even to snatch. I'm not looking to snatch goods. I'm looking for goods, whether or not people are there.
Oh. I'll say there's a good chunk of the areas that, merchants would normally set up shop, they kind of evacuated. Some of them have been managing to get most of their stuff to bring along with them. Although you do notice as you get closer to the scene where the demons invaded, you notice there's a lot more, they were less clean with their evacuation.
I'm trying to look for magical components, to be more specific.
Oh, magical components?
Magical component,
I will say this, as you're traveling around looking, you do see eventually some place, a small stand. You can see there's a furbog currently, looking like he's getting ready to start packing up shop. And he's just muttering to himself.
Good day, sir. Well, good day is kind of... I'm a mage, and I'm looking for magical components to, hopefully help the city of Shintaka.
What kind of mage?
Bard. And I showcase my instrument.
It kind of gives you a look of distrust. What are you looking to buy?
Some mercury, some phosphorus, powdered diamond, and some opal. I'm willing to drop some big bucks, and I show him a lot of platinum.
He kind of looks at it. Immediately, he's just like starts thinking it over. Like
I want to help this city, okay? And I need magical components to do so. I was one of the people who helped deal with the incoming demons.
By the abyss. What's the point at this rate? Sure, fine. So you said you need some quicksilver, phosphorus, and what else?
Powdered diamond and opal.
Still got some leftovers. After some nut trying to make some potions. He pulls out a small vial of liquid metal, basically, sets it down. He pulls a couple more vials with the powdered substance that you require, as well as the phosphorus. For all of this, 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece? No, sir. I don't think you understand.
No.
And I pull out 202 platinum and 980 gold.
He just looks at all that money. 1 gold piece is enough. It's not like I'm going to be selling here anymore. Might as well just try and get rid of any excess I have.
All right, Don, can I use perception to kind of get an understanding of how much this is worth? Because I need 1,000. I need 3,000 gold worth.
3,000. Okay, you can tell from that this is not 3,000 gold worth, but at least it's in the hundreds, and he's just trying to sell it off for 1 gold piece.
In the hundreds? Like how many hundreds? Because this actually matters.
Like 300 gold.
All right, I slap down 300 gold, and I say, consider it a tip and keep the chain, and try to rebuild with it.
He just takes the money wordlessly, and he just like pushes the reagents to you.
Okay, and I take them. Well, shit. This is nowhere near what I
People
need.
say something is worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. Just tell this guy you'd be willing to give him 3,000 gold for it.
I know that's how you can do it like that, but I'm not going to fucking cheap. I'm not going to try to bullshit
Bill
this.
You do that, I'm pretty sure.
No, he just told me. No, he doesn't. If the guy wasn't there, I would have taken the materials. Except I would put some money down to say for your troubles.
You wouldn't.
If you are alive. If you are
didn't-
alive. I would wait
you
like a
didn't-
day, and if he didn't take the money, I would take it back.
Someone would take the money.
Someone else would probably take the money.
Yep.
Oh no, I'd camp out and watch. Anyways, this doesn't do literally anything for me. Alright.
I mean, you're
Okay.
on your way there. You can fill up your gauge.
Inventory.
So, Akis, what are you doing in an alleyway?
I want to find like a little alleyway, look myself, make sure no one's looking at me.
Well, there's no such thing as alleyways in this city, but you
But
do
it's
find
like,
a small enclave of trees that kind of make
Yeah.
you out of sight.
Okay. I want to sort of, make sure no one's like directly looking at me. And I want
Dylan,
What?
opal, any opal costs 1,000 gold apparently for 1 opal.
Well, this is not enough of. This is not a full opal powder.
Powder diamond.
This is
Also expensive.
wait. So if you have 300 gold pieces worth of powdered opal, you have a third of an opal.
Yeah, I have a third of an opal, which does literally nothing for me.
Well, you have a third more opal than you did 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and so I also got mercury. How do I fucking... Well, quicksilver.
Yeah.
How do I
Don't
find these?
use
I don't know how to find these. Do I just add them as custom?
I guess, because I don't think there's actual lists for ingredients.
There's not. It's not like every single spell reagent is on the items tab. You just have to sort of mark it down yourself. X 100 gold pieces worth of this material or reagent.
How much did I get for the diamond powder?
Everything about 300 gold as well.
Okay.
So, alright, so what is it you just want to do, Aegis?
I want to, when I'm alone, I want to like just try and call out. Not enough to get maybe too many people's attention, but just like I want to like Lachey. Lachey. I know you can hear me. Lachey. God damn it.
He's not gonna hear you, bozo. Too busy for someone with the likes of you.
So I guess that means you have nothing going on, Poppy?
Let me see. It's almost like he fades into view, but you do notice a miniature, the miniature version of the big guy, Poppy. He's currently just sitting on a tree, looking down at you. Yeah, I got nothing else to do. I don't want to get scolded either, so what do you want?
What's your game here, all of you?
Why, you think I'm gonna spill the beans?
I don't expect you to be candid with me, but you all seem to like your games. I expect you to make a game out of it. Give me some hint, some clue, some riddle.
This is not easy, Mo. You're playing on the highest difficulty. But at the same time, though, I don't know. What are you gonna give me in exchange?
Well, if I like what you guys have going on, I can be of service to you.
We already have enough fools here. We don't need one more clown.
I'm not saying I want to become part of your little operation with the masks and everything, but having someone with the powers I have, I can do things none of you can. I can convince my team to go do something. I just want to know what your end goal here is in Chaluda. Why are you giving out a bunch of health potions and then spreading political propaganda?
Yeah.
I've been doing.
The goal is the same as all the other places. That's how it is. Something for the betterment of all the whole world and society. No, that's
Okay.
enough, Poppy. He's when another figure just like walks in from the shadows. With a wave of his hand, Poppy immediately floats from the branch to his hand. So that's where you went. I knew you went off somewhere, and I just couldn't find you. Hello, Aegis. As you've been asking some questions. What did you reveal, Poppy? Just a normal spiel. That's okay. So, Aegis, you're asking questions about our motives.
Yes. The main thing I want to know is, I guess I have two major questions now that you're here. I get a slightly straighter answer. Did Lachey or any of you help open the portal that came?
Of course not. Wanton destruction is not our forte. I mean, sure, we are capable of it, more than so. But needless destruction of lives is not necessary. We only do things to help society and the world as a whole. Lizard folk, for example, them killing their neighbors was a side effect, but we were wishing to help the lizard folk themselves.
Okay.
Unfair isolation, unfair restrictions. Overall, we wish for freedom. That is the truest form of chaos that we seek.
Okay.
Freedom to make your own choice.
So,
That is information I should probably not be revealing, but Lachey would say the same.
So, the point of Lachey's whole speech is that you all, as followers of a entity of pure chaos, your interpretation of that is individualism, and so the idea of the people of Chaluda giving their loyalty and their, I guess, leaving their defense up to a central state is against your individualistic beliefs.
Well, I guess he's not as dumb as he looks.
Hey.
Shush. Anyways, in a way, yes, but you have to admit, Akis. Certainly, even though the council was formed with reason, and it has worked for quite a while. As of late, you're kind of seeing with your own eyes that they're falling apart at the seams. They can't handle this. And if all of Chaluta were to band together, it would at least give the people a fighting chance. But if they just sit around and rely on others to do it for them, it's not going to work out. I mean, look, snow is falling, and it's at the end of summer. It's a little too early for this. At this point, people need to make a decision together, not just waiting for their uppers to make it.
But the most people in Chaluda don't have the kind of power you or I have.
Of course, but if people band together, if you take Chaluda as a whole, every fairy, every pixie, every elf, every tabaxi, every furbolg, and so on,
Did you give them popcorn?
you would become a force that can fend off most of anything. Not everything, but at least it
No,
gives you
you
all
guys
a
got
fighting
popcorn. Get
chance.
out of here.
Say goodnight.
If you were to train your fellows who are not skilled, or perhaps awaken those who have possessed the talent for magic but don't know it, create magic items, brew potions, forge weapons, anything, you would at least arm yourselves and offer some form of protection. Currently, even though you've taken care of some of the most dangerous threats here, I mean, currently the most biggest threat, awakened by our not so fond of followers. Essentially, you need to work together and not rely on someone else to do things for you.
I see.
That is our aim. We wish to help, and sure we are causing unrest with this, but someone needs to say it.
I see. I see. So, does that mean that so long as you people are operating here in Chaluda, I can have confidence that you won't do anything wantonly malicious?
Of course.
The attacks caused by the lizard folk being sort of an unintended exception.
Of course.
Okay.
People need to be able to make their own decisions. So, if we see a group who has currently been given an unfair decision placed upon them, well, you will see that we will get involved, one way or another. Now, I will also repeat this just the way it's ingrained into your mind. The demons being summoned here, although it was an opportunity we did take, we were not responsible for it. We do not enjoy taking lives.
Alright.
Especially for this. It kind of makes it all pointless. To force people to make a decision on circumstances, at that point, what is the freedom?
Well, you make a good point. So then, do you think you, as an individual, or as a pair, Jacques and Poppy, along with the rest of the sort of court of fools you have, are you going to help us stop the Tears of the Frozen? Just try and stop it and the people who control it?
Control?
Or who free it, I suppose.
Firstly, nothing can control a Harbinger. Once only the original mage, and I don't see them anywhere. However, I will say this. Lucky for you, Tears of the Frozen is not actually awake, or at least not completely. It's simply that Akil and his followers have managed to open the seal, and this is the side effect.
Okay.
And if they keep up at it, they will awaken it. So I recommend you actually do something.
Can you go?
Yes, you want us to help you. I mean... That is something I would have to ask Lachey himself.
I don't expect the six of you to just destroy one of the most powerful golems, magical objects ever created by
We
yourself.
wouldn't even be capable of it either. Even if we were to band with you, we wouldn't be capable of it. There's a reason why it's called Harbinger of the Apocalypse. Apocalypse. Literally, they are plane enders. And there's 6 in existence.
So, but if you all clearly have access to information and magical abilities that my party doesn't, could you try and figure out where the epicenter of this snowstorm is, where the physical impact of the seal being broken is? Because if you can find out where that is in a few hours instead of me and my party searching the entire country for days, that would be a massive help.
Perhaps I should ask Lachey first before I give this information. You know, Chuck, by making it seem like you're, serving someone, which kind of goes against the whole ideal. Hush, Poppy. Okay, to be fair, that is true. However, I am asking you to be in consideration. After all, we are given choices. However, if I'm asked to do something, I have the choice to follow or not.
Exactly.
Anyways, yes, I will also add that Lachey is not a tyrannical leader, and he's more of a guide. But by the way, I'm currently sidetracking. You do that a lot. Hush, Poppy. Anyways, I can share this information you're wanting. I can perhaps give aid. However, as I say, I need to converse with my troop first and see what the decision is. Because technically, this Harbinger is, well, counterintuitive to our main goal. After all, what is the point of freedom when everyone is frozen solid?
Besides, if we know where the Harbinger is frozen or is sealed away, and where it's being freed, we can stop and get rid of the people freeing it, including the other follower of Anakin, who you all don't like.
Yeah, we do have beef with that Akil, sucker.
Akil. I mean, you all are actually you guys are very reasonable people. That Akil guy, and who's the guy I blew up? Whose phylactery did I blow up?
Fuck, Tros. Poppy!
Yeah,
Language!
Thank you.
It's true
Valtros,
now.
thank you. It is true, but it's Valtros, yeah. I mean, those guys, they give you a bad name. You all, I like you guys.
Well, we appreciate it. You know, I don't get the whole thing with mind control, now that you think about it. Sure, it's cool to have a bunch of meat puppets going around, but what about just regular puppets? Yeah, like you, Poppy. I'm the best around. And I will not actually. Well, I don't want to. You know what? I'll say sure. Yes, you are. Yeah, I knew it.
I haven't met many puppets, but Poppy is the best one I've met so far.
I mean, there was also that puppet golem thing.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
You know about
Poppy's
that.
definitely better than that guy.
Oh yeah, that's right, because Lachey was there.
Also, I named him Steve. It was a shame he's dead. I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, when you have a bunch of adventurers coming in to stop some otherworldly entity, death is usually the side effect.
Yeah.
More like the guarantee. Anyways, I will get back to you on that. If anything, expect a response soon. Either
All
from
right.
me, perhaps even Lachey himself.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time.
Yeah, we got all the time in the world. Not quite, Poppy. But you get the idea. Yes, anyway, thank you for at least speaking out. But I will also add that reaching out to us will not always work. The only reason why we answered is simply because we are in the area. After all, Chintaka is currently within our jurisdiction. Yeah, so we're always watching. Gotta be careful with what you do. Not always, but anyways, goodbye. Then he just pops out of thin air, bald with Poppy vanishing like a second later after hovering in the air.
Well, I will. I'm very surprised that Poppy can move around independently. That's kind of scary. Anyway, I'm gonna go find Paxi so he can cast magic on me, partially against my will.
Out in the open.
Well, no. We're gonna. I'm assuming we're gonna go back to the barracks so Paxi can take a nap.
So in this case, Swolbo and Ari, what are you two doing?
Just sitting around waiting for something to kill, I guess.
Yeah.
In other words, you're
That's
pressing
about right.
skip. You're trying to skip the cutscenes. Alright. What about you? Are you? Good talk. I'm assuming Mike is probably away.
Thought I'd turn them.
Well, I will say this: if you guys were to start making your way back to the barracks / area where the Wild Warriors reside, you will notice that the meeting tree here that you guys have to walk past, what you will see that there is a meeting going on. There is no barrier to hide it, so it's within plain view.
Are people? I mean, I'm assuming that we see a high elf and a high elf, wood elf, but we don't see a furbolg or a dryad.
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay. I'm gonna I guess flash like a little salute or something, and if they see me, then they see me. If they don't, they don't. As I walk past, and then Paxi fucking somersaults into the hole in the tree. Hey guys,
Sounds about right.
I have spell slots. I can turn you into a fish again. And then I will carry you as you suffocate back to the place we're going to go. Well,
Stab him with needles.
You can take a short rest inside of a fishbowl. That's completely reasonable.
It's not wrong.
So, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna just head back to the barracks.
Yeah, Sam. After I bought my stuff, I'm just gonna take a long rest.
So, as you guys are walking back to the barracks, that is when Simon, or Simon,
If that is
I
your
guess
real
Paxi, you would both feel a small rock hit you guys on the back of the neck, just like a light tap.
A rock?
Yep. Or something
turned.
hard. You can see there's a tiny figure currently leaning against a tree. You can see some green ears poking out from underneath the hood. Sponsoring you guys look, he kind of just does a finger waggle to come closer, and then he just walks behind the tree out of sight.
Paxi cast Disintegrate.
Disintegrate.
Nobody throws a pebble at my head.
I mean, Eldritch Blast is basically Disintegrate, but exponentially worse. So it works.
You said Paxi and Simon?
Yeah.
I look at Simon and it's like, do you know who that was?
Probably, maybe.
Should we ignore it and piss off the gods?
No.
Okay.
They know everything about us. And then I guess I go over to behind that tree.
So when you go, you see the figure there. He's looks at you both. I kind of had a hard time reaching out to you.
Wait, is this the same goblin that I revealed in the bar?
Yes.
Gah!
Yep.
I don't remember what his name was, or if I ever got his name.
Nope.
So he lowers his hood. You can see, yep, it's a goblin. So that little mission you sent Clath on?
Yeah.
No, remind me.
Kind of gives you an incredulous look,
Hold on.
Once you go investigate,
Clath could have just ran off with the money.
Oh god. Okay, I read this earlier. I'm like,
Yes,
Clath,
I remember.
underground messengers, and I was like, what the hell does that mean?
The underground messengers are the ones that I sent.
You wanted dirt on one of the council members.
Yep, that I did.
The Toldrasesh, aka the stuck-up Pansy Pants.
Yep, which I was trying to get dirt on him to try to blackmail. I say out of character.
I say in character.
As a reminder, this is Brain Spider Lady's family.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's the point.
that's all I was trying to get dirt.
Where to start? Okay. First things first. Todrosish family. Very high up there. Powerful house. A lot of history. Don't really care about most of it, but had to learn everything I can. You know, can't learn everything. A lot of sketchy stuff, but kind of typical for high elves. There's some racism here, xenophobic ass stuff here, superiority here, lots of narcissism, lots of narcissism.
Yeah. That's all normal. We need something that'll make a difference.
Couple of things Cloud managed to find after managed to sneak into some of their records. Apparently, they had some exiles going on. Exile a couple of members of their family to various reasons. Not sure if that's enough. Maybe there might be some form of embarrassment for them, but
Which
sure that's
family
pretty good.
members and why?
I only got 2 names. There's 3 of them, but the third one's completely gone. Wherever they did, they messed up bad.
Do you know what they did wrong? What they didn't?
No, definitely know what they did. Kinda. Well, most.
Okay.
Yes. Alright. First one. Actually, kinda don't have a complete name on that one, but know that they defected from Chaluda and the family as a whole. Decided
Yep.
across country and then joined the Tharlok Empire. Something
okay.
got promised a lot of power there.
Interesting.
Did a little bit of digging with my branch out in the Tharlok Empire, and long story short, they act as a sort of a mage leader in one of their legions, as well as tutor. Powerful druid, but also seem to dabble in arcane magic. Might be a warlock. If that's the case, that would definitely be the reason why they would have been exiled. Besides the fact switching the allegiances. Other one, it was a lot more petty, to be honest.
Petty was a dude. Was it?
Wait, what was the name of the druid guy?
The druid guy don't have a complete name, but I know from what at least he goes by a different alias over there. He just starts pulling out some papers and he starts looking it through. Don't share a last name, but the time he arrived and the time he got exiled from the Shintaka and then the family as a whole was kind of coincidental. He goes by the name of Kalota.
Oh,
No,
Spelling.
Kalota. I'll type it in cap. And if it fits with the other name, well, not set in stone, but if possible, it might actually line up. But we believe his name was Kalan, or at least originally Kalan Toldrasesh, but now he goes by Kalota. Either way, as for the other one, her name was Sakala Toldrasesh.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
we're aware of that one. She ate meat.
Oh, well, that's kind of pointless. But yes, not only did she eat meat, but she also indulged in alcohol. So another big no-no to the family. After all, gotta have a nice public image. And her being drunk and then proceeding to dive headfirst and start devouring a roasted pig was a little too much for the family, so they gave her the boot. Still a sore spot to them, apparently, after doing a bit of digging. But the last one, all records were burned completely, nothing at all. But, from what I understand, this little lady, I think, had an involvement with demons. No, devils.
Do
It's
go
kind of hard to
on.
figure it out. Yeah, devils. Supposedly trying to find her own cult or something. That or reach out to an existing devil cult. But,
It's your people, Paxi. It's your friends.
don't know what happened with her. If anything happened. But all the name is gone. So whatever it is, the family really didn't like it to the point where they expunged all records. But, possible relations with devils. Maybe not the family itself, but
They're dating a devil.
Wait, the devil's name was Berta?
Erta?
No. What was the devil's name? Demon, whatever. Or was that the girl's name?
I'm a little confused.
You just gave a name of a demon?
Oh, no names at all.
Oh.
If you're the only names I've given so far was Kalan Toljasesh, which is technically Koluta, and then we have Sakala.
Alright, so you don't know the name of the demon or the name of the girl that tried to summon it. Or reach out to it.
Devil.
Devil.
But no. They were very thorough with their records being removed. No traces left. Only reason why I picked it up was because of an error. Because the name was still mentioned in one of their family trees. And after doing some asking around with the Fae, don't recommend, by the way, they are very thorough with their little deals. They just mentioned something with possible devils, and I just put 2 and 2 together, or at least 2 and 1/2. Overall, family's very uptight and very big on making sure to keep their pristine image. Kind of lucky that Clad managed to find it, or at least anything. Kind of fun, actually. Now, for actual dirt and blackmail, nothing completely concrete besides the 2 things I've already said. The third one, I mean, if you're looking to spread malicious rumors, I guess you have something.
Or intimidation tactics.
Yeah. Something like that. Anything else you need to find out? Because, still here. Got a lot of things I could do to do a little digging. So if there's a little bit more knowledge you need, information, Class can help you.
Devils and fiends kind of hang out in the same. Right, so Paxi's thinking to himself on this one. Would
Everything from the lower planes is a fiend. Chaotic evil fiends are demons. Lawful evil fiends are devils.
okay, so
Neutral evil
Grignaw,
fiends are Yugoloths, and no one cares about them.
so is there the
Where does
smallest
Paxi fit into this?
is there the smallest
devil.
chance that Grignaw might have information
About a
on-
devil, no.
I feel like you should go for a different one, considering that one tried to murder you 3 times.
He
Yes.
might respect me for kicking his ass
Alright.
3 times.
Is it murder?
If it's just self-defense,
I feel like he's tried to kill Paxi in self-defense multiple times.
DM,
Fair.
do I get the idea that Grignaw or his ilk would know anything about devils or people trying to summon them?
Roll history or make a
Listen,
roll
about
to
you.
deduce this.
Do a roll. Convince me. I want to deceive myself.
Yes. Make some sort of roll. You want? I think probably history would just be this term, and you would probably do it with advantage because of your close lineage.
23.
Okay, so devils and demons, you know this thing. They hate each other's guts so much to the point that they'll try and kill each other on sight. And you do know that there is a plane of existence where they are at eternal war with each other. So if you were to summon Grignaw, one of the lower ranks, the only thing he would probably tell you about them is that he hates them and wants to kill them. So the only chance of getting any other info besides they're awful, they need to die, is you have to summon a higher, more powerful demon who is still biased, but at least is knowledgeable enough to at least know more in depth about their enemy. You also know the risk of summoning a more powerful demon.
I mean, the spell's called Summon Greater Demon, though.
But yeah, so long story short,
No.
Grignal, you will not get any valuable information besides getting the repeating thing over and over that he wants to kill them and also probably kill you.
He can try.
He definitely wants to kill Taxi.
Alright.
Yeah, I've got interrogation or intimidation tactics, so I'm happy with this information.
Cool.
Well,
That is
the way
nice to
the
hear.
spell works
Is there anything else you want to learn, or is that a no?
In terms of funds right now, so I will part ways with you based on that.
Dane, did you actually look up how Summon Greater Demon works?
Yeah, I've used it
In that
several
regard?
times.
No,
Yes.
no, no. I mean in regards to trying to summon something more powerful.
Oh, there's a way I can
Because
summon.
it's if you cast it at higher level, you increase the CR that you can summon by 1 for each level.
Oh my god, he's correct. Oh no.
So if you were to use it at level 7, you could get a CR like 8 demon.
Well,
instead
the
of
highest that
5.
I can summon is 5th, so I can go 1 level higher than its normal.
You have a what is it called? The things that let you cast spells at like certain levels. The warlock thing.
Oh, that's not how Mystic Arcanum works.
It's
It's
not.
not?
It's not that. It's just a regular spell. But the highest spell slot that I have for it is 5th,
Yeah.
and it's naturally a 4th, so I can get a little bit higher, but not by much.
Yeah, you can go up to 6 then. Wait, you can only cast up to 5th level right now?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
that's
no.
period.
He can,
Maybe level
he can
20.
only ever cast up to 5th level spells forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
His
that
warlock
sucks.
slots max out at 5th.
Yeah,
He gets
but I
Mystic
get
Arcanum for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
right. So I get 1 of each.
Mm-hmm.
So
higher
it's not like
level,
I'm
yeah.
completely useless. Just
You're
It's
just
mostly useless.
Here's the thing, Paxi. Once you hit like level 36 and get access to 7th level spells, you can cast Crown of Stars, which is the best spell in the game. And then that's going to be what you do for the rest of the game.
wait. Crown of Stars was the best thing in the world.
Crown of Stars is the best spell in the entire game.
Oh, cool! I
definitely
picked
biased.
Plane Shift. You're welcome.
I think you just pissed off.
Agus will remember that, or more like Kai will remember that.
Eve will
Yeah.
remember that. I mean, that's fair.
I mean, I'm really going into this like teleportation around motif, and I'm loving it.
Fair.
Oh.
I mean, it works.
What? Oh, I thought that was Kai leaving.
Mid sentence.
But no. I mean, that works. Teleports. You just use your 2 fucking spell slots to teleport outside of this universe into another dimension, just so you can get behind someone. That'd be funny.
So I can summon a devil. I never picked my last spell when we leveled up, and I can pick Infernal Calling, which summons a devil. But
That is, if that's what you want to do, then fair enough.
it's not
You are
like
leaning into the stereotype,
it,
though.
it doesn't work like Summon Greater Demon, where they have to obey me first turn, and then like I work to keep them under my control. No, they just straight up hate me on round 1.
I can cast Command.
That only works for 1 turn.
Command love. Or
And also, Also,
Command
you know
for
this
love.
knowledge, the more powerful devils are resistant to magic and have a higher chance of succeeding in
Yeah.
their saves.
I don't think
Or
it
even some of the
Apparently
most powerful ones can also just save automatically.
Alternatively, command poop. Great spell.
We're not doing that.
Command poop.
Yeah, you can make someone shit on command.
That's not necessarily how the
not
spell
going
works, and
to
also
indulge
no.
in this conversation.
It actually
Thank
does
you.
work like that.
I don't think you're supposed to be doing that.
DM, have we?
Can we not do that, please? You're not
Paxy's
supposed to.
kind of like knowledgeable on magic and stuff. Have we ever encountered anything that resembles a magic circle, like a teleportation circle?
a teleportation circle, I mean, not really. I mean, you found marks of what used to be some sort of teleportation spell, aka Zanasa, and you found like one magic, like the magic circles in your dreams with
Why aren't you
the.
paying attention?
No, I'm talking about
Other side.
circles for use of the spell teleportation circle.
No, you have
Okay,
not.
yeah, that'd be a waste here.
A mundane spell in this campaign? Please, what do you take me for?
What are you talking? We here in Dylan Land, we only use ridiculously overpowered homebrew magic items and homebrew
Exactly.
spells that require you to read the entirety of War and Peace to understand how they work.
I don't know. Teleportation circle is, pretty damn good at moving around places.
It is,
Fair.
but you have to. But it takes like but it's like it's not really a like mid-combat work spell.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
can play with your toys for
Also,
I'm
it
just
does
saying,
have
like, if-
material components.
If you live in a world where every town has like a teleportation circle somewhere, that is ridiculously good for moving around.
play over here
It
with
is.
your toys, okay?
It is. You can fast travel. It's the fast travel spell. The
Yep,
group fast
open
travel
menu.
spell.
Go away.
Open map and then just fast travel by clicking.
Bring it over here and you can play with it over here.
Did you win? Did you win? Are you?
Play with it over
Or
here.
Mike?
No. No. No.
You can only explain if you won or not in 5 syllables.
Are you winning, son?
Wait, winning what?
You can play with, okay?
Did you get experience points? Did you level up?
I'm so confused. Did he say you needed to take care of something?
Found the spider I lost last week in my room is not 5 syllables. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Sucked it with vacuum. That is 5
Okay,
syllables.
There we go. We're back in character. We're all good.
You level
Where
up,
are
are
you,
you?
Victor? You sound like
You're one level
Victor.
above everyone. Just me. Or what?
That spider was worth a lot of experience.
It was, yeah, that was a Strombus, the mega spider.
Mike is now level 2 while everyone else is still level 1 in life.
That's fair. That's fair.
I only got it.
Yeah, I didn't need anything else from Grat, so
We're just
You guys
waiting
are
for
now
back-
gonna, so you guys are now just going to make your way back to the.
for a long rest because I am missing a lot of stuff.
Actually, I guess since apparently I'm showing up first, I want to are there any wild warriors here at the barracks when I show up?
I will tell you, there will be no wild warriors here as you arrive, and I'll just.
Actually, I know that the Harbinger isn't awake yet. Should I tell that to the council? It can wait.
Unless. Are you guys can? I mean, technically, there's a council meeting going on, so it's
Actually,
like,
you know what? I'll be like walking towards the fucking place. Be like, wait a minute, and wheel around and walk back to the meeting tree, the gathering tree. Where is it again? It's over here, right? Like it's this one. That's that
So I
one.
will say this: due to the barrier being down, there are a lot of guards surrounding it. Both wild warriors, the Rumbling Rain clan with the Tabaxis, and you also see some high elves too that you have not seen at all until now.
Do
like-
I know about a high elf faction of warriors?
Yep, you know that they are a faction of warriors who serve directly under the Toldrasech family. And they usually kind of stick to protecting the members of the Toldrasech house specifically. And yeah, seeing that they are here now means that they are here to protect, a council member who represents the High Elves. And the moment you approach, some of the Toldrasech warriors immediately put their spears in front. No passage from outsiders. Only council members may be here.
Even for me, well-respected hero of the realm who also has
Even the likes of you.
even someone who has very important information that's only 2 or 3 sentences.
Save it for later. That is when one of the wild warriors looks. You like Shady Thorn can vouch for him. We recognize him. He's done a lot. He is not a member of the council. Even then.
I
That's
cast
one of the-
Misty Step behind the High Elves.
That's how you roll for initiative.
Like fucking warp behind them. I'll just be like 1 minute, guys.
You miss immediately, like the highs are like,
He's just gone.
Yep. Their cone of vision is so small. They're just like, he's gone. Where'd
Must
he
have
go?
been the wind.
so I guess you are within the meeting.
Well, I mean, are they literally like, is like the wall of people the fucking meeting? Or is there like a space between them and the tree?
So let me pull up the tree map, and it's going to be only you, so I need to remove a few things. Unless
Okay,
other people
we
just basically.
Assassinate everybody.
So let me pull up the tree map currently. Just pretend there's a massive hole in the side because maps are not very flexible.
Okay. So where is the line of guards?
Outside of vision.
Okay.
So right now, you can see there's the council members here. They're currently arguing. However, when you appear, that is when they all take notice of you. This guy immediately turns like, intruder! God seize that man! That's when some other people's like, oh, hey, it's you!
Kill him immediately.
Yeah, hey!
Just as you see lots of guards immediately turn and get ready to charge you, that is when you lie, I can vouch for this Furbog. This man. He is...
This manly
here,
furbog.
he is here for good reason.
I am here for good reason.
I can also vouch. It's about time we have some other person besides this stuffy meeting.
Okay.
This guy, the Arakakra, just kind of like staring at you like with a, like a hawk. Ah. And the Centaur, he's just standing here, arms crossed. If anything, you popping out here seems to be most interesting to him that's happened so far.
We haven't done enough favors for the council.
Yeah, but right now, this guy is just pissed that you're here, but now that at least 2 of the other council members are vouching for you.
Okay, so I have a couple important questions. And I feel like this is meta knowledge that ACAST would probably know. So, her name was just said, but I'm really bad with names. Brain Spider's lady. Not
Sakala.
Zakala, thank you.
Sakala.
Zakala. This is like, the High Elf is like her father? Her uncle?
Eldest brother.
Her older brother.
Oh,
Okay.
what a
Not
bitch!
just older, but eldest.
Okay. So, I'm gonna walk up and be like, hi, I don't hate to interrupt, that's a lie. Real quick, this is just like 2 seconds. The Harbinger isn't awake. It's like one of the seals containing it has been broken.
That's when the Arakakra guy just like, how do you get this information?
You meet a lot of strange people who are reliable in my line of work. But the method by which I got this information, I consider to be highly reliable. So, we're not quite completely boned. We're just mostly boned.
There's this guy, just highly reliable, and yet we have to rely on you, a stranger who just barges in on important meetings.
I'm not a stranger, I'm a family friend.
He just like, yeah, he's my brother. We're related.
Well,
I'm sorry,
that
what?
too.
How is your brother a centaur? I'm not here. Don't answer that.
That's kind of the exact reaction that you got from these two. He just like shrugs, like, "Hey, I don't know. My grandmother was a furbog, recessive genes and all that."
Recessive centaurism? What?
Yeah.
This is when
I got vaccinated. Now I'm a centaur.
Seeing what you have done for Chulida, I will take your word for it. So you're saying what? Wait. So if the Tears of the Frozen is not awake, then what? All we're seeing here is just a side effect of a seal being broken.
Yes, one of the seals containing it has been broken. The snowstorm, is its power leaking out of its containment, as far as I can tell.
That's a terrifying thought.
It is, but it means we have a possibility to stop it from being freed any further. Repairing the seal and stopping the snow is maybe a different problem, but a giant ice monster destroying the country is still potentially avoidable.
That's when they all start looking at each other. Then Eli speaks up. So then we must find this seal, and then we must storm it and take out the ones who are responsible for trying to free this harbinger.
My contact is working on that right now, and even if they don't come through, me and my party will also be on the lookout for this, whatever this place is, wherever the seal is broken, once we've recuperated from the battles we've had.
The high up speaks up. So you're saying not only are you aware of the fact that the seal's broken, but you don't even know where it is. That makes this very suspicious. Who is your contact? How do they know this? Knowing something that we don't know.
There's a lot of things that you can learn when you're actually, when you, what's the term? Go through unconventional methods instead of just staying here in the city. The people I know go through really unconventional routes, places and things most people wouldn't think to do, places people wouldn't think to look.
Are you saying that we are lazy?
No. I'm saying that due to your positions, you don't have access to the same opportunities that people who are not as bound by responsibility and obligation can.
The macro centaur, he's just like, oh no, he's calling you lazy, but at the same time, I'm also think you're lazy too. So it's the feeling's not just him.
I mean, it's a bit of both.
That's when the Iroquois says, regardless, at the same time, what if this harbinger is what we think, a meager force of just what we have, and then this ragtag group is not enough. And we don't even know where to look. We could scour the entire forest, the entirety of Chaluda, and we would still not find anything. We have been searching for this harbinger seal for centuries. Many of my people have died spending their entire lives looking. I mean, to be fair, your people don't really live long lives, says Macroak. So it's not really a good comparison. Is that an insult? No, it's a fact. Please, children. That's when Silent Wonder just speaks up, just like looking like she wants to tear her eyelids off. Cease this bickering. We need to come to a decision, some form of action. Currently, we are just standing around, getting nowhere. We need to act, and any information we can get is information that's useful all the same. That's when the Aircracker speaks up again. But at the same time, we say we have to make a decision, and yet some of our own members are no longer here. We have one who is going off on his own, and then we have one who is so injured that she can't even do anything anymore. At this point, I don't think there's anything we can do that can help this situation besides fleeing. That's when Uli just shakes her head.
The Harbinger still isn't freed. They can't. Since it's not awake, its power won't be able to be used against us if we try to attack it. At least not nearly as much of its power. All we have to do is deal with the spellcasters and warriors and whatever are working to free this thing. They're just people.
Speaking of, Macron speaks up. Who exactly is trying to free this Harbinger?
I was told his name 3 times. Dylan, one more time and I'll remember, please.
Akil.
Akil. A man, a spellcaster by the name of Akil. He is a follower of a powerful demon and seeks to cause a bunch of chaos, because that's how demons be.
Well, I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess. Release a world-ending entity, and that will definitely cause enough chaos to, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but at the same time doesn't. Well, I'm in for whatever decision was it. So currently, the current choices are go out and find it, flee this country and leave everything behind, or what was it, Domaris? What was you were saying? Just stand here and then defend the place and hope that will do something. That is not what I said, but that was what you were implying. Regardless, this council meeting is not really getting anywhere, especially since the head council member is incapacitated in her tree for undisclosed amount of time. So anything is better than just sitting on our ass, twiddling our thumbs, and then waiting to die or freeze to death or whatever. Maybe the next big event will happen, and then we'll have this group to come in and save us again. Is that how we're doing things? Because that seems to be what's happening so far. And if this is what we're going to be doing, then I'm going to actually go out there and do something for once. Is that good?
I mean,
Meeting adjourned. Then he starts walking off. He gives you like a pat on the shoulder. Good talk. By the way, I agree with you. He's a lazy ass.
some things can't be helped.
That's when everyone else just like the air cooker just like shakes his head before flying off. Like Domaris, he just like glares at you, Agus, before muttering to himself something. You get the word filthy being one of the words that he mutters.
You remind me of your sister a lot.
Now it's just these two. Eula just sighs. Silent Wonder just shakes her head. Yes, at this point, the word of those. What were they? Clowns? Jesters?
Yeah.
They were one of those. Either way, their words seemed, after hearing my own warriors and clans members talk about what they said, I don't blame the people for what they're thinking. We're not making any progress anymore.
I mean, when you have 17 things going wrong at once, it's hard to solve any one of them at a time. But I do think that, while I don't agree with everything that the clowns said, I think there is a value in trying to get, if, the centaurs and the Aarakocras and the Tabaxi and the elves all can work, try and look for where this seal is if my contact doesn't come through. There's nothing wrong with people trying. There are fewer golems. The cold might actually keep some of the more dangerous creatures at bay.
He does have a point. Well, finding it is the best choice at this rate. Fleeing? That is out of the question. I do not know what Ka is thinking. Where would we go? The Badlands? We can't go to Margracia, especially after hearing word of what's happening there. In fact, the last thing my warriors have told me is there's a large wave of dwarves, gnomes, and halflings coming here trying to seek refuge. Oh, they are in for a disappointment when they arrive.
Hey, don't worry, it's still better here than it is there right now.
Right now.
Regardless, we will gather our members and what we can and try to create some form of unity. If we can take out the ones responsible for freeing the Harbinger, then at least we'll find some form of salvation. If not,
at least we can stop it from getting worse.
Hopefully it won't get any worse anyways. Seems like every time we solve an issue, a new one pops up.
That's true, but we're not also sure, the threat for permanent winter and or giant ice monsters is bad, but at least there isn't giant ice monsters and a whole bunch of lizard folk and a whole bunch of zombies. Yeah. Look at the bright side.
It's kind of hard to look at the bright side when the sun itself is now covered in clouds.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I don't have a counter to that.
Regardless, I will go speak with my clan. We will formulate some sort of plan and then meet here again in some time. We will reach out to you.
Good
or
luck.
if you have any information on anything, be sure to inform us. We will listen.
If my contact comes through, and they find out where the seal is broken, I will get that to you guys as soon as I can.
Alright. That is when they nod their heads, and then they part ways. And at this point, you notice that the ring of guards have decreased dramatically at this point.
I'm just gonna sit here and look at the tree for a while before walking away myself.
That tree does not look healthy. You notice a lot of its leaves are turning yellow.
Actually, is the so the scar in the is the tree hollow, or is it just like a normal tree?
It is like a normal tree, not hollow.
I don't have any evil plans. I just want to know, can I see the amulet of Nosophy anywhere? The thing that she used to become the Avatar?
You cannot.
Okay.
It seems like just a giant, although less big tree compared to the other trees.
Okay. I'm going to look at the druid spell list for a little bit and see if there's heal tree. But with that, I will go back to the barracks now.
And I'm assuming everyone else is heading to the barracks as well.
Yes.
Sure.
Alright. Let me grab the map required for the Wild Warrior residence. God, I need to start deleting maps right now. I have no need for a lot of these anymore.
No, you definitely still need the map for the inside of the replication facility that was burned to the ground and melted. We definitely need that. 100%.
Make sure to keep the map for like that prison that we broke
Yep.
out of. We may
Cool.
want to go back there.
Well,
Definitely do. Yep.
here we go.
Go back there and see how that guy we left there is doing.
So you guys arrive at the residence. It's currently empty, probably for good reason. All the warriors are out. You notice you hear some sounds of dice rolling to the left. If you guys want to poke your heads in, you can see your Kenku Fred currently playing dice with a very familiar-looking jester.
This is not something I expected to see. I say in character.
As you notice Lachey just rolls a dice and gets double sixes again. Oh no! Looks like I win again. Sorry about that. He currently grabs a couple of silver pieces on the table and pulls it to himself. I swear you're using loaded dice. Nope. You're using the same dice. You're just getting poor results. Get better. That's the term, right? Ooh. Oh, hello.
What's happening here?
Just a simple game of dice. He is cheating. No, I'm not. Don't call me a cheater, you sore loser. And if I could stick my tongue out right now and not get my tongue against my mask, I would. But so instead, just take this. Anyways, hello.
Hi.
How'd you like my speech?
I mean, fair. It's a good speech. You have a bit of a skill for those, it would seem.
Oh, of course. I'm quite the charismatic person. Maybe, well, yes, I'm a little bit better than your bardic friend because I myself am a bard. But anyways, enough about me. How about some about me?
Hey. Oh.
Okay. Fair.
We got it there.
Oh, it's your whole party here. Except your little paladin friend. I guess he's still asleep. Don't worry, I drew a hole over his face.
Smart.
Yeah, fair. That is a good plan.
He just
You
stands
have
up.
the shoes on.
Yeah, he just stands up, brushes himself. Well, it was fun playing dice with you, sir. I didn't catch your name. It's, oh, I don't care, actually. Sorry about that, but I don't really know about people who are a little, not personally cool.
Oh, that hurts.
Ooh. Yeah. You good, man? You wake up like, is there like rocks in your shoes?
He stepped on. No, he's got some Legos in there.
The name is Umra. Did I ask? I did not. Okay, Umra. Name's Lachey. Alright, remember that name? Good. Now, you party. Pardon me, making my way through. He just brushes past you guys. Alright. I got reached out by one of my little followers. So, You want the deets.
I do.
Cool. Well, what do you have in exchange, alright? A little deal, a little trade.
I mean, we can kill a bunch of people you don't like.
They can do that
Murder!
just fine.
Oh, the best service, sure. Yes, that's what your party members do best. Killing things that oppose you or whatever you're working towards. That's how it is. But, sure. Fool, we'll make a trade then. You kill someone for me, and in exchange, I give you the information you need. Does that work out fine?
You got the order there wrong, actually. You tell us where this is happening, and we will use that information to find your rivals, and we'll put a stop to their evil schemes.
Oh yeah, you know about that. That's very coincidental. In that case, sure. I'll tell you about the whereabouts of Akil. And then you will find him. You will, wipe his mark off the surface of the world, and all will be swell. You just hear Umara just like walking. Kill who? Akil. He's a demon worshipper. Trust me, you're gonna like him gone. Oh, killing demons worshippers. That is what we're about as a follower of Lord. Yeah. You told me already. Shut up. Anyways, yes, Akil. His location. Anyone got a map?
Yes, actually.
They show the world map.
Actually, nope.
map
I got
screen.
my own. Hold on. And he just like does a wave of his hands, and you guys, your vision distorts to the point where you're now looking at the top of Chaluda.
I write down everything that I don't see on our regular map.
Yep, you have the whole list of every city.
Okay.
Okay, so you're looking for the seal of Tears of the Frozen, Harbinger. Well, thankfully, I didn't have to do any work at all thanks to Akil. He did the majority. So, you want to look for his location?
Hey.
He just takes a square, drags it all the way to right here. This is where the Harbinger is located. Right there. Bit of a kind of in the middle of the nowhere, a bit surrounded by all the other towns.
Stop.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, you kind of conveniently went past that location a couple of times.
Okay. My internet died a little bit, so the purple square or pink squares are ready to go.
Stop. Go play with your toys.
Okay, good. Have you heard? Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So the purple squares we need to go. Pink square. My internet died a little bit.
Pink square. That is right. What do you want? Prefer red? I can make it red or green or any other color. Although I'm just feeling purple, pink, magenta, something like that.
I need
Anyway,
just asking for clarification. If that was the spot.
well,
to
why
go.
weren't you saying so? Then your eyes like move a little bit as if your vision gets snapped back.
Is this the jester of metagaming?
Yes.
It's called breaking the fourth wall. You might want to get a little bit more informed. Anyways, now that you understand, so that is where Akil is located, as well as his followers, which, yes, they are also citizens of Chaluda, completely mind-controlled. A little bit too late now. Unless you have a very powerful spell like Restore all of them, you might as well just put them out of their misery. But yep, that's the general gist.
Would killing I'm saying that wrong, right? Akil. Would killing Akil end his spell?
No. Sadly, this is not just a simple charm. It's full-on mind wipe and a repurpose. Akil is very thorough.
That is some very powerful, very scary demon magic.
Of course! When used in such a way, demon magic can be quite horrendous. And Akil, for someone who's all about worshipping an entity of chaos, he's very lawful with his methods. Complete control, complete intricate with his plans. Things gotta go a certain way. They have a hierarchy. It's very counterproductive in my opinion. I mean, if you're all about chaos, just be chaotic. At least Voltros, he was kind of barbaric, but at least he was still true to heart. But Akil, some follower of chaos. Boomer just speaks up. Are you saying that put a pin in that. Anyways, so you have a location. So your plan is just to charge straight in and just kill everything. It's worked for you so
Well,
far.
I mean, that's in broad strokes. That's the plan, but there might be sort of subtle alterations or additional criteria.
I guess plans change. But I mean, look at your brick-built friend. I'm sure she kind of has one simple plan in mind, which is hit things till they die. Isn't that right, buddy?
Yes, Wobo.
Atta boy, and he just pats your head. See, you'll be fine, I think. I mean, sure, you can easily handle a kill his followers. I mean, they're kind of just small fighting you at this point, seeing the things that we've already handled. But Tears of the Frozen, that's a little thing, separate thing entirely. If they do manage to at least awaken, break a few more seals before you arrive, then eventually the Harbinger will just break itself out over time.
Do you think there could be a way to repair the seal?
Repair? It requires old magic that's not around anymore. I mean, unless you find a mage who is familiar with that magic.
Do you think we could destroy the Harbinger while it's in a state of dormancy or partially awake without
destroy
it?
Of course not. I mean, the more you damage it, the more you basically make it aware of its surroundings, and eventually it will start trying to break its seal completely on its own. The only reason why this whole snow is falling is because the fact that it's a little bit of its power is leaking out. Seeing this is only just a little bit. Imagine it at its full power. This whole kingdom would turn into an ice age in an instant.
I see. Well,
good drink, by the way.
I guess, well, we don't necessarily have a way to get old magic, but, you know, Taxi's picked up a few tricks. Maybe he can think of something.
I mean, I do know a few people who use old magic. Not me, by the way. I mean, I use remnants, but that's a little different. I'm talking about people who know the magic intrinsically. That seal magic was used by the Lifesmith, but also in collaboration with another mage, which not really known in history anymore. They got completely wiped away, nothing left. Except me, by the way. He just taps his head. I know a lot about the old times. Not that I was there. I wish I was. But I've learned a little bit from stuff about, what's their name? Something. Great Scholar. They do a lot of reading.
Great Scholar. That's, Taxi, you have something about that, right?
I can read all written languages.
But, like, don't you have a book about, don't you have, like, a book of dragon porn that has the Great Scholar's name in it?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Dragon porn.
Wait, what? Dragon porn? Oh, you are naughty.
He is.
I have the Journal of Storia.
Storia! That's the name. I knew it. I mean, yeah, I've read a little bit of Storia's archives, and it's a lot of valuable knowledge. That is why I'm quite well versed in the whole world and everything, how it works. I mean, the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. That sort of shit. Anyways, so you have the location. You just, if you want to refix the seal, you will need someone who knows the magic of the mage who sealed it. Or you simply get there fast enough and just wipe them all out before they break any more seal, and then make it inevitable that the Harbinger will be free. That's the plan. For you, at least.
Does seem to be the plan, yes. So tell us, or tell me, is there anything possibly that you want us to do to Akil other than just defeat him and stop his plan?
Just kill him and then beat him until he can't be revived, basically. Don't worry, he's not a lich like Votros. You kill him once and he's dead. But he is very big on not actually being in the fights. So be sure he's dead and not just some illusion or decoy.
Alright, and does he have any, I don't know, stuff you want? Like a cool hat?
Nothing I care about. I already have all the things I need. So whatever you find, the loot is yours.
You already have a pretty cool hat, so I don't think any of his hats would be as cool.
hat. I have a
No,
crown.
no.
What are you talking about?
You have like a jester hat under the crown.
That is
Um,
this hat is part of the
That's
crown.
his skin.
It's like Kevin.
Fair enough, actually.
But yeah, that's the general gist. Any questions, inquiries, anything before I just poop out of here?
Can't say that there is.
You wanna go talk to
Anyone
my
else?
mom?
No. Not that I know of. Or can think of.
Just casually dump the fact I know about Storia and no one even asks. Well, alright, I'll take
I
that
mean,
as my leave
I
then.
don't want to.
Damn it. I had something. He mentioned remnants, but their whole spiel was that they're trying to. I can't seem to word my question. If anybody else can try to.
The fact that okay, like you name dropped a big bad mage that, like, countless people know about the big bad mages. Anybody who knows about a remnant knows about the big bad mages. Why is story so important that you know about it?
He said that most people that like a lot of the records of Storia's existence have been destroyed or hidden.
Essentially. Okay, yeah, maybe I wasn't too clear out, so that's my bad, but basically, I know the location of Storia's archives, and by that extensive, I have access to every bit of knowledge that Storia has accumulated over his time. And seeing how much of, he's very big on studying and all that, he's accumulated a lot of things. All the things that's happened during the Arcane War, the Age of Magic, the Age of Prime Arcane, there's a lot of names that people addressed it. It's all right there. Everything. He's taken account of all the battles, all the mages, even ones that have been completely erased, some that are rather obscure but has accumulated or at least achieved something great enough to at least affect the world. He also has knowledge on some other gods and entities that don't exist, some things from the great beyond that have also tried to get involved. He's very...
I wanted to also interject and ask knowledge about curses. Oh wait, damn it, that's 6.
Knowledge about curse.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Oh yes, you kind of have a little tongue tied there, but there are knowledge about curses and curse. What you have, I don't think it's something that would classify as a remnant, but Storia is very big on like writing out everything. He probably has a big tome with hundreds of pages of every single curse that's been made, either through old magic, through mages, through higher entities, and so on. You'll find something.
All right.
But yes, the archives, if you can find it, which I could point a direction, you would basically get almost all your answers in. Well, all your questions answered.
What would it cost us for you to give us a hint on where it is, or some like a direction, or a waypoint, or a?
Now that's a good question. I will say this. I will tack that on after you kill Akil and guarantee that he's dead, because he's currently a massive thorn on my side. With him out of the picture, things will be a lot smoother. So find where he is, kill him, make sure he's dead, beat his corpse into nothing but mush and gore if you have to, and then come back to me, and then I will give you more information on the subject.
Fair enough. Okay.
Good. Any more questions? Little Frag? Anyone want to play a little game of dice, or is everyone good?
I raise my hand.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Are you wants to play dice? But you can't roll the dice because it has 6 sides.
Shut up.
Oh, don't worry. I brought D5s with me.
That's not there's not a 5-sided shape with all equal sides and equal edges. That's not a thing. You can't have a 5-sided dice.
Magic and imagination is all that's needed. Anyways, you want to play a
I
game
can
of dice?
cast magic. Why am I confused by that? I'm dumb. Paxy's running off. I'm gonna take a walk.
Don't some of you need to actually sleep? regardless, we're gonna play it here. Come on.
Yeah.
I am not getting involved in this. I've already lost enough money. And that's when he just like walks out.
That's fair.
He just goes in the other side. All right. Are we betting money, favors, souls? No, not actually that. I would never risk mine. What? Maybe we can just start small. $5 pieces.
Let us bet money.
All right. So, is this going to be a low or high?
I look into my coin pouch. 20 silver piece.
20 silver. Oh, I'll ante up. He places 20 silver on the table, and he hands you 2 dice.
2d5s.
Hmm?
Is it 2d5s, right?
You have 2 d5s.
Alright, so what? I just roll it? 25.
I punch Paxi in the head so he loses consciousness and takes a short rest.
Oh, how
Paxi accepts
unfortunate.
Akis's fist.
He pushes the 20 silver towards you. You have now gained 20 silver.
Ooh.
Well, how about this? He pulls out 40 silver from his pocket and sets on the table.
Ooh. How about another round? Damn it, that's 6. How about another?
Well, he just put 40 gold down. 40 silver.
40 silver, yeah. Okay, then we'll go again.
Ah, beat that.
Taking a while to load. I think I'm lagging.
Oh,
Ooh.
and that is equals, except you have the doubles. He pushes the 40 silver towards you.
Is that how it works?
Don't you know how to play dice? I guess not. That is it. And when numbers are equal, the one with the doubles wins. Or with the higher number. So if people roll equal number, the first at the top is always the doubles. And then you have to roll with the higher number, and then you have the one that is underneath that, basically.
I look at my earnings so far. How
And
about
the
one
first
more?
one more?
And I get 20 gold.
Oh, I don't have enough gold for that. However, he pulls out 10 gold, and then he pulls out a black scroll and sets it down. This should be more than enough
Oh,
for 10 gold.
I look at the funny looking scroll and I nod.
Oh,
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
no!
He grabs your 20 gold and he pulls it to himself. I mean, there's always one more try.
I look at my earnings again. Yes, one more time, please.
One more. He pushes 10 gold up and then the scroll.
Okay, and then I'll take another 20. Okay. No! No!
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, it was fun playing with you, but it seems like you're probably out of money by now. So he takes your 20 more gold. Oh, I made a profit today. What do you know? So he takes the gold, puts it in his pocket, as well as the scroll, which seems to vanish in his suit.
I couldn't see that Dylan was actually rolling. I would just assume that the jester was cheating. I'm surprised you're actually rolling for that.
Losing when losing when the stakes were low, and then winning when they are high. Also, conveniently, double fives. The highest number.
Yeah,
you
I would honestly just assume the jester was cheating based on his character.
Well, it was a pleasure playing dice with you, but maybe next time, if you earn a bit more money, you might be able to earn that little toy that I had. So he starts walking out.
I'm just teary-eyed.
It was fun. Ta-ta! And he just pops out of existence.
Oh, right. Why am I moving out of the way? He doesn't even walk down the path. He teleports. I'm a goofball. I take Paxy's unconscious body and I take him towards a bed and I throw him on the bed so he gets a better short rest.
So you,
Actually, if I just like look onto the street, like what's going on?
You notice the street is relatively empty, actually.
Okay. Are there any wild warriors?
You can see the occasional one walk by, but it seems like they're more just patrolling.
When when one of them approaches near the barracks, I will approach him and be like, "Hey, whenever she gets a free moment, which will probably be never, me and my people are probably going to be staying here until tomorrow. I have something I need to tell Yulai whenever she, gets the free time."
He nods his head. I will inform her as soon as I'm able.
Thank you. That is all.
All
I
right.
guess now we're waiting for Operation Paxi to cast Dream so we can break the game.
Yeah, he's currently unconscious.
Paxi wakes up
Crying.
and blasts Akis in the face with a pile of dream.
Just
Hot,
like take
hot sticky dream.
I don't
Yeah.
want that actually.
No, no thanks.
No. I have to imagine that somewhere out there,
magic focus.
I have to imagine that somewhere
It's
out
my
there are
divining
ACAS
rod.
Paxi shippers, but I want to give them this much information, this much power.
Is what's her bucket? Dragon. Nosophy. That sounds like a female dragon's name. Akes, off to see your boo. Kablam.
Okay, that's not where my powers.
Ala kablam.
Akis just ragdolls on the ground.
Fucking
start
Half-
seething.
Half-Life when you die noise, just.
His arm starts clipping into one of the store steps, only for it to cause his body to float 50 feet.
Exactly.
Then he just moves his body a little bit, and then then he just shoots 50
Rockets
stories
through the
in
ceiling.
Yep. After
Alright.
I'm done with the dream, I just land here like 2 hours later and just stand right back up like, hello there, freedom.
You take 269 damage, Vegas.
And get up fully healed from a long rest.
Must have been the wind.
Yep.
Anyway, so Akis is now asleep. You're
Yes.
in the dream realm. You're trying to contact Nosophy.
Well, Paxi's trying to contact Nosophy. I'm just sort of here. Nah.
This case. What do I want to use? If I actually, let me do some rolling. I will say this, the dream does go through. You do manage to reach out to Nosophy, surprisingly. So, hey kids, you're kind of drifting, you're kind of familiar with this at the same time not. You've done this before. Have you done the dream before?
I mean,
Actually, you have. Speaking with, what's the...
Old Man Generosity.
Yeah, Old Man Generosity.
I also got fucking abducted psychically by, not Farsos. Farsos? What's the dream one?
That would be Urbioran.
Urviorian, thank you.
So... You know what?
Go find Akel, or sorry, Akeel.
Find a keel. Oh. Man, I don't... You know what? I'll just use... this.
I mean, you can just use the wipes map. It's like, it's fine.
I could, but I have a principle for this.
Fair enough.
So, let me grab your token, because I need to grab it for this.
The professional. Holy moly, that is a lot of numbers I just saw right now.
Yeah, that's me falling from to Earth after I get like Skyrim gianted up into the sky. Ooh, trees. Shout out to Dice Grimoire on Patreon.
You find yourselves in a forest.
Okay.
And here's what's one thing you know about the dream spell, which is whoever casts dream, or at least is the one acting as a messenger in dream, is capable of shaping the dream itself. However, you notice that this dream was already shaped the moment you arrived.
Can I change anything?
No, in fact, you have a strong suspicion that whoever made this dream is the sole controller.
Okay. Well. I guess I'll try and just walk through the forest, try and find something.
As you step out, you find a giant slumbering dragon. However, there's one thing you do notice about this dragon. Her body is semi-transparent.
Is she breathing?
You can't quite tell because of the fact that she's covered in leaves and branches and things. But as you approach, you notice that her head slowly raises up and just stares at you with brilliant green eyes.
Okay. Do I know what this means? Like the fact that she's transparent in this dream, like is she not in the physical world? Am I not in the physical world? Is she dying?
You are not transparent. So from what this is the first time we kind of seen this situation. Like her being a little bit transparent is a little kind of gives almost like a sign of weakness, like she's not at her full power.
Okay. Not at her full power. Does she look like she's in pain?
You can't quite tell.
I sort of like.
Although you can roll if you want perception.
Can I roll medicine?
Sure. 24. You do not sense any pain from her, probably due to the fact that this is a dream, but you do sense a strong, like a lot of like weakness or exhaustion, lethargic. Seems like she's just very low on energy. It's not just because she was like woken up or anything, because although your knowledge on dragon physiology is not extensive, you do know for a fact that she is weak.
When she raised her head up, is she like taller than me now, or is she like at my level?
She raises it to your level.
Okay. I like put a hand like on like the trunk of her neck. What happened to you? What's happening to you?
Many things have happened. Aegis of the Starwalker clan. Many things have happened. Time. Creatures feeding. My power sapped over an extensive period. My connection is weak. I can no longer protect my people as I could. And now my voice is also weak.
Is something specific sapping your power? Is it the Harbinger? Is it Malachi? Not Malachi. Akil? Malachi's a whole other thing.
It is one of otherworldly origin. He does not belong to this plane of existence. I did not discover until recently. However, now it's too late.
It might not be. If you know
To say, this creature is an aberration from the great beyond the far realm. This creature has already left using the power it has stolen. I could not convey this information to Sakala. No. Salona. Unfortunately, it's too late for her to do anything, and now, with her too being weakened, it is fruitless. What is it you wish to speak to me with, Agus?
so this creature came from the far realm and then stole some of your power and used that to go back to its dimension?
No, it is still here, in this material plane, but it has left Chaluda.
Chaluda.
It is currently making its way to the other land, the kingdom, where the aberrations are festering and growing with their influence. Ulazor.
Ulazor. If this creature was destroyed, would the power it took come back to you?
It would.
Well, you asked what I wanted. I came here seeing if I could get your help, but clearly you're the one that needs it.
I can no longer help the people of Chaluda. I am a defenseless guardian, leaving a defenseless kingdom. I am no longer in my prime as I was. None of us guardians are. However, I am far weaker than them.
I mean, I have magic. I can heal people. Do you have a physical body somewhere that I could try and heal you, or try and heal you here?
By ascending to godhood, all of us no longer have a material body. At first, it was a strength, a great power for us, but now, our gift has turned into a weakness. Having no form, our power is tied to essence, and when this essence becomes taken, we have no ways of retrieving it. It is like offering ourselves to imbue our followers with power, just as any deity would. However, due to us not being true gods, many entities of great power are capable of stealing our power, and we would be none the wiser until it's too late, as is my case.
What if I got a hold of your amulet, or in contact with another powerful creature? Could I use that to give power back to you?
The amount of power within that amulet is not enough to even be. It is like a drop in a bucket.
Use the amulet to connect to you and try and use it as a focus. Something took power from you. I could try and give some kind of power back. What about one of the other guardian dragons? Couldn't they donate some of their power to you to heal you, so you could heal on your own?
We are not on good terms, unfortunately. None of us are. After we sequestered our kingdoms and created our boundaries, we had made a deal to not cross, to not interfere.
He's just crying and waking
And we have kept such
I'm not doing it.
Indeed. But we are dragons. We lived for long times, long generations. The world itself moves fast to our eyes. You are but a single speck to me. In a blink, you would be dust. So times do change, but to us they are the same. However, us ascending to where we are now have caused us to be even more ignorant. We are very slow to adapt, and so we still keep to our old ways. regardless of whether its benefits have long since outlived their. I apologize, Aegis, for I am tired.
You rest. I'll find some way to help. Chaluda, if I can't help you.
It is ironic to me. The Guardian whose whole duty is to help its people, now is incapable of doing so and instead must rely on its people to help it.
For us mortals, there is a point when we get so old that we expect our children, the people that come after us, to help us, even though when we are young and fit and strong, we take care of them. Not any different, really.
It is an appropriate analogy. In the end, I do think of you all as my children one way or another. But I will tell you this. The knowledge I have obtained that I could not properly convey to Salona of the old mage that has returned.
The Rift Weaver.
Perhaps that is correct, but maybe not. The signature I have obtained, when I felt it, I recognized its magic, for I was there during the War of Burning Wood. The signature I retained was that of 2 mages fused into one.
2 mage, like one mage had stolen the other's power?
That, or the 2 combined. I am not sure, for their signal is very mixed, but I still recognize all the same. It is that of the Rift Weaver, and also the warrior.
They were last seen fighting each other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That is correct. The last I have seen with my own eyes was when they went through a portal Sanasa made in a panic, and then they were gone. And it's thus when everything changed. Wow. Either they were unaffected, one managed to kill the other and take their power, or the hastily made portal changed them.
Well, maybe did the fusion dance.
Did you know Rajak? Or Rajak? Either of them.
I know both.
Okay.
After all, they were
Rajak
both my children, just as all of you are. Although at the time, they did not know it. It was before I became the full guardian of Chaluda.
see. Well, if whatever this thing is that came back to the portal, if there's any of Rajak in there, because from the stories I heard, this person was a decent fellow. Do you think
Rajak.
Yeah, Rajak.
They were both prideful warriors who stood by their ideals.
Do you think there's any way
They value strength above all else, just as was their people, who have now since long died out. In a way, they would be your distant cousins. They also possess giant blood, but they are not furbolgs. To converse with it, if it is as I think, Rajak, even though he was hard-headed and extremely stubborn, if given reason, or at least enough of a case, he would concede, or at least give you an ear of consideration.
Okay.
For Zanasa, I cannot tell. I did not know except that she was spontaneous and chaotic, opening things on a whim, possessing a very short attention span. She would open a portal to something that would be interesting, only to leave it be and move on to the next interesting thing to her. If it's a combination of the two, then the result would be a very terrible amalgamation. But if it's an answer with Rajak's power, then I fear that even more. But if it's Rajak was the Nasa's power, then perhaps there is a chance. But to him, to arrive after so long and then not at least find a way to reach out to me or Shintaka or Chaluta as a whole is the concern. He loved his kingdom and its country. He would want to reveal himself and find out what has changed.
Okay. If I find whatever he has become, I'll try and help him. And if there's nothing left to help, then I'll, I guess, put an end to whatever suffering he's going through. Or whatever evil the Nasa is doing with his power.
I will say this. You do not want to get into full-on combat with Rajak. He is powerful, very much so. He is not your conventional mage.
I've heard tales of his might, that he's some kind of warrior wizard.
He was already a warrior, a barbarian, to be specific. It is the common of his people. However, him being gifted with magic, he instead found a use to use magic to enhance his body further, bringing him to untold heights. Mere fists alone can tear apart and crumple metal. He can shrug off attacks with nothing more than a scratch. This is why he was known as the warrior, and not just any warrior, but the warrior. The one man who can beat it all. Of course, things changed when the war broke out, and the monstrosities that came with it. But he is still a warrior, one that is not to be underestimated, so if you see him, be careful, if it's still him.
I've spent my whole life learning stories about these mages. If even half the things I know are true about one of them, there's something to be... their power is to be respected, much less something that's two of them at once.
That is true. But also I have one last bit of information that you would need. Okay. It is of what happened to Salona's tree.
Is there anything I can do to help her?
Unfortunately not. All that is left is time, whether it decides that she could heal or not. If I had what the power I originally had, I would be able to save her, but now I can only wait. However, the one responsible, I could not get a good eye because my vision is now blurry. However, I do know of what they did and what they took. After the war, and specifically after the Great Erasure, there was an object that Salona found and decided to keep in her tree as safekeeping. And then, when the tree grew, it grew around the object. This object was a page of old magic, of a spell that none can comprehend. One of many. And whoever is responsible for that hole did it with full intention of destroying her tree so they can take it, what is inside. They knew of its existence. And I have an assumption that whoever, the one who brought those demons, was also responsible for the page to be stolen.
I see. Okay, well, I guess that the good news is that we're looking for one person causing all these problems at once. That means whatever they're doing has a single point of failure.
And whatever they're doing, it is something grand and perhaps terrible. But that is all I have to say, unless you have any more inquiries. As I've said, I am tired.
I have everything I need to know and more. You rest.
Good luck, my child, and I wish you the greatest. But know this, if Chaluta is to be doomed, do not save it. Your lives are more important to me than this land.
I intend to save both.
Ambitious as always. That is when she lowers her head to the ground and closes her eyes, and you notice that the dream slowly fades. And you find yourself back at the Wild Warrior residence.
Yeah. Hi, Paxi. I just went through some shit.
I was supposed to cast Dream on myself at the same time, and I forgot who I wanted to talk to. Oh, it was gonna be Spider Lady.
Okay.
In that case, I will tell you this. If you try to reach out to the Drider, you would basically be kept on hold. You would know that she's there and you're trying to reach out to her, but she would not pick up.
So it doesn't fail. It just keeps ringing.
So she's
Okay.
not
Yes.
dead. Here's a surprise.
Hey, that's good. That's good to know. You know what? It's like a no news is good news, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But okay. Have I ever talked to Shen before?
You have not.
No.
I have
I
talked to
doubt it
Old
would-
Man Generosity though.
Yes. I doubt it would. Also, I'm awake now. Hi. I doubt it would work. I mean, if you want to try it, you can try it, but
Well, I'm doing all of this while Akaz is asleep because most of the time after a dream, it's like morning, so I'm not like waiting for you to wake up first.
oh, fair.
Okay. You know what? Screw it. Let's try neither of those. Let's go for Ervuren. See how she's doing. She's gonna be really upset with me, and I might lose my brain.
You can't lose what you never had to begin with.
Yeah, poor lady will starve to death.
In this case... So you're trying to reach out to Ervuren.
Do I get another busy signal?
You get no response.
Like, not a busy signal, not a nothing?
You're not even able to reach her, let alone get a busy signal. It just fails.
Well, that's all my spell slots. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Do I get the idea... Okay. Do I get the idea that that's because I'm in a different country and she's too far away for that sort of thing? I mean, that's not really how Dream works, but maybe that's how dragons work. I don't know.
Perhaps. I mean, you are not in her domain, so it might be more difficult to actually reach out to her.
Can I roll a thing to see if that's what it is?
Roll Arcana or History or hell, even Religion. I'd say probably Religion in this case.
Oh, can I do a history?
Fine, History.
I'm almost good at history. 22.
22. It is probably due to the fact that this is not her domain. If you were in Margaresia, you'd have an easy time. In fact, you'd probably connect to her instantly.
Cool.
But
I'm not
due
in
to the
her
fact
area
that this
code.
Yep, basically, not in her area code. No, Dream does not work like that. These are basically deities you're trying to reach out to.
So am I out of spell slots because 2 people didn't answer?
I would probably say yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. Sure. Well, Paxy's night is full of fruitlessness and frustration.
Nightmares.
Shockingly, the people who are in the country that you
No
single-handedly destroyed
nightmares.
didn't want to answer your phone calls.
No nightmares. Bad DM. Spray bottle.
No, you are the one who deserves a spray bottle. You do not get a restful sleep. In fact, you would probably get a point of exhaustion. Actually, make a wisdom save.
Fuck.
No.
I'm not wise. I'm
He's on the time limit now.
Make a wisdom save.
Wait, why is
you're
my
not
wisdom
wise. You
save
know
so
this.
high? Why?
Yeah,
I have a
if you
plus
fail automatically.
I have a +0 in wisdom, yet my wisdom is +5 on the save.
It's probably because you're proficient in wisdom saves. 20.
Yes, I
You
am.
do not get a point of exhaustion. You met after getting a full entire night of being chased and clawed and basically being stalked by the beautiful lady. You managed to at least wake up a little tired, but no exhaustion.
I like to imagine I tune into like the Cisco hold music.
But everyone gets the benefit of a long rest. It is now morning. Or morning? You guys are the sleep at afternoon.
My
So the whole
It's
bottle.
I mean, how long does Dream last? Because if Dream lasts the full night without any exception,
No.
then I guess we would just wake up super early, which is fine.
I've probably seen Dream would only last for a few hours at most, but since it's also part of a rest period, you probably just slept the rest of the duration. So
I mean, technically, Dream doesn't even put you to sleep. It just puts you in a trance setting.
oh, well,
I mean,
you're
I
asleep.
feel like damn. I mean, technically speaking, Paxi could cast Dream on me, fail to cast Dream twice, take a short rest, and then I wake up so he can cast Dream on me immediately again.
That is true, I guess.
Oh, hey guys, I just had done talking with a dragon.
Okay, I mean, regardless, I could take a half-hour like peaceful nap and wake up. What do you want to do?
I mean, it was your suggestion to talk to maybe Shen as well, just to like try and expend all our contacts to stop the end of the world.
Sure. Do you want to keep making calls?
I mean, we need to take a long rest. Or everyone else needs to take a long rest. We have time to kill.
DM, am I allowed to send Akaz on a call with Shen?
Also, you have 2 more calls you can try and make if you want to make any calls.
Nah, I'm okay.
And Dream just says
Are you too
hours. So I guess you can
now?
use it for up to 8 hours.
Yeah, you're too depressed now,
How much is
Paxi.
a map I had?
2 pretty girls didn't answer your phone calls, and now you're just sad.
Yeah.
You could try calling your girlfriend up north in Canada.
I mean,
Fantasy Canada.
I mean, shockingly.
No, guys, I
Spider
totally have a
Lady
girlfriend.
isn't dead,
You
so-
wouldn't know her. It's fine. She
Yeah,
goes
no,
to another
she
school.
She goes to a different school.
God damn it.
She lives. She goes to a school up in Witchdor. Like, yeah, totally though. Like, she's like
All
super
3 of
cool.
us just connected on that one wavelength.
Yeah.
I mean, DM, what say you?
I mean, how many people to connect?
I mean, the plan is for me to go to Shen and Paxi to fucking figure it out. Maybe call his Canadian girlfriend.
No, Paxi's run out of Paxi's scrolling through his Rolodex. It's coming up empty. Wait.
He has so many.
No. Okay. DM. I don't know if Paxi figured it out or if we were just saying this out in meta knowledge verse, but something is influencing Paxi's dreams while he is under the influence of Spider's Bite. Because he talked to a vision of Storia in the past, and in the current age, the record of Storia, who we met, knows nothing of that encounter.
Yes.
So it has now become knowledge that something is showing Paxi these visions of the past. Does Paxi understand that?
I mean, if you understand that, then I'm assuming Paxi would.
Okay. So Paxi has been racking his brain on what sort of creature would A, have an interest in knowledge of the past and memories such as this, as well as the ability to influence said visions, and he has landed on one singular creature, and that is the Collector. So Paxi's going to send Akaz off to Narnia, and then he's going to send himself to the Collector.
Off to fucking after fucking Abrahamic Narnia. Let's go. Narnia is Abrahamic.
Yeah.
Aslan is just Jesus. So like,
This is true.
he's very fluffy Jesus, and Santa's there, the most Christian thing of all. Anyway,
Involving Coca-Cola?
yes,
No.
we're going to fucking do baptisms in Coca-Cola now. America.
Paxi hasn't thought about the ramifications of accusing an interdimensional being of screwing with his mind and possibly an entire country and saying, I know your evil, dastardly plans. Haha, I figured you out.
I mean, worst case scenario, he steals your head.
Yeah.
But I mean, we know he won't steal your soul, so that's fine.
We don't
He'll just
know.
be normal dead.
We don't, though.
Wait, I mean, why would the interdimensional blue skull man lie to you?
I mean, I'm not necessarily convinced that the Collector's more evil than Paxi, so...
That's... Okay, how many countries has the Collector destroyed? Let's play a game.
We're about to find out.
One, actually. Oh, no, he was just around.
Hold on, the DM has to set up our encounters as he furiously puts maps together.
Yes.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it.
White screen.
No, fuck it. The spell doesn't go through. Paxi dies. Make a new character.
Yeah, okay. Paxi, since Akis already won, I'll have you go next.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go get, like, a drink or whatever.
So... Oh boy, here we go. Paxi, you find yourself in a very familiar situation.
Oh, a black room with a bunch of skulls? My favorite.
It is completely revealed for what it is.
So, do I get the idea that all these heads are different people that he's consumed?
No, these are skulls. They do not look anything like the faces you saw initially. Because the faces you saw in his clothes still had skin, and their effects were basically attached to his cloak.
Do I have mourning, by the way?
You do, but it's not her.
Facsimile, got it.
You see a dark shadowy figure rise out from the murky water, and then it takes color, revealing who it is.
There he is.
Well. Look at what we have here.
Alright, first, I am very, very sorry. Okay? I thought that a big, illustrious mage of a foregone era would have all the memories that could ever satisfy your appetite for memories. Turns out, it was undead, and that doesn't count for you. But, can you blame me for trying? Would it have been a delicious meal had it have been a live body?
What is the purpose of this meeting?
Okay. So, straight to the point. I've been having visions, drug-induced visions nonetheless, but of events that I could not personally hallucinate. I have zero knowledge of the past of this entire country, and I have gotten incredibly specific information that has, in some cases, led me to understand spells of a bygone era. And I only know of a few entities that would have the ability to give me visions of the past and may have a motive to do so. And you fit all of the criteria for that. Have you...
You accuse me of giving you visions of what has happened in the past.
Accuse is a very strong word, and sounds accusatory? I'm not accusing. I'm asking why. If it was you.
If I was capable of such things, I find it not beneficial to show images of the past, especially of events that I have not witnessed myself, nor care to learn.
You wouldn't happen to have a head in that cloak of yours that lived back then that would have given you visions of such a time?
I have many heads of that age, but not of Auseland. I have many. I have that of Arupia, Aragia, and many more, but not Auseland.
I don't believe him for a second. Can I insight check him?
Roll insight.
Please.
Natural 20. You see him completely for what he is, and you know for a fact that he is completely telling the truth.
Fuck!
And you also notice, because you rolled a natural 20, I will tell you this.
Fuck!
You have a strong... This surrounding dreamscape you notice is something that he has a hand in, but you notice one particular thing. His form seems to be less corporal, as if he's not truly in this realm.
Like
He seems
he's
to be
also somewhere else contacting me through a dream, and this is just like a meeting room?
place. Yes, in fact. He seems to be just entertain. The only reason he accepted this dream is just to entertain you, or maybe entertain himself, or he's trying to lure you to some false sense of security.
I'm not sober enough to process this.
Regardless, I will tell you this. There is no need for our deal anymore. Consider it broken.
What should I do with your black dagger?
It is not my dagger. It was made by a mad mage, one of various everyday objects, repurposed into a tool to access the far realm. Brought over here through both travelers from beyond. I have no use for it anymore, and neither do you.
Do I know what he means when he says the far realm?
I'll just let you use this natural 20 to give you some insight. The far realm is a plane of existence that is farther than that of any other realm of existence, like planes. Think of it, it's the source where all aberrations come from, or most. Things like mind flares, beholders, hell, even like Cthulhu, like godlike entity that you're at least somewhat aware of or was aware of, came from that realm. It is a place where the most weirdest and most fuckiest of shit happens, and anything that involves with the far realm, like interacts with the material plane, it's usually very, very bad. And you can also tell for sure that the collector is an entity from the far realm. They're basically creatures beyond normal comprehension, and their methods are also usually, it seems basic or plain at first, but then you see there's a lot more depth about it that usually might cause people to go insane.
And this room that we're in is not that.
It's not the bar. It is merely a construct. It is just something that was made to act as a middle grounds. Or at least this version of it. However,
Okay.
you do notice a theme now with the beautiful lady and this guy.
Right. I was getting there. So this guy is able to exude some influence over the beautiful lady.
Perhaps.
And the dagger allows him to come to our plane of existence when called upon. Collector, is there some weaker, insignificant sort of creature in the far realm that one might be able to use this dagger to summon forth?
That dagger, it was made strictly with the purpose of calling upon me wherever I may be within the between of realms.
The mad. So
He's looking
which?
for more ways to summon
No, no,
evil
no, 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 no.
entities into decent towns.
So which mad mage did you have dealings with that created this artifact specifically keyed to you?
None that you are aware of.
Try me. I'm aware of a lot of them.
Consider him to be an ancestor of a long lineage of mages, with a dabbling for the eldritch. He long since left Auseland during when the mages were beginning to clash, and went to another land to establish a new home, and then dug into the earth, unearthing artifacts pertaining to a deity he once wished to learn more of. The secrets he obtained were too terrible for even his mind to comprehend, and in his insanity, opened crypt and many eldritch objects pertaining to the far realm, each with terrible powers, and then twisted the land, turning it into a monstrosity. And that madness grew and extended, affecting all nearby. Into this day, the local inhabitants continue to fight it and steal the treasures, not aware of the dark secrets. These, of course, does not concern you. After all, you have your own problems here, and a new problem.
Everything he just said sounds exactly like that worm thing that we killed in the flesh forest.
No, you see, the collector's a reference to a different video game.
Uh-huh.
The flesh monsters came from Resident Evil.
Not well, I mean, I guess.
Collector, if I use this dagger, are you the only one allowed to come through the portal, or can you push something else through instead of yourself?
This portal was only made to call upon me. I could, perhaps, but I see very little incentive.
So you remember how my failed attempt at sending you a glorious mage from the old days didn't work out?
He just stares.
I understand how you work, and you want heads with memories. But I would think that you want one with a little bit more substance than your average street brawling thug. I wanted to give you something worth your time, something that you can really gnaw on and chew and savor for a really long time. Tell me someone.
Memories.
Go ahead.
Memories are memories. Unlike you, materialistic creatures whose taste has a way to indulge. For me, it is simply one taste. All the same, consumed all at once, regardless of the amount the individuals learned. It matters little if it be that of a newborn infant or an old immortal living for thousands of years. As long as the memory, as long as they know, it is valuable to me. However, I will say this. There is no point to this conversation. There is no deal to be had. I have, after all, got what I wanted in the end.
That is when he reaches into his hand and pulls apart his cloak. That is when you see the multitude of faces, but you notice there's a lot of fresh ones. You can see elves, furbolgs, tabaxi, and many more.
Do I recognize any of those?
You do not.
I will say this. Shaluda has many fresh heads to harvest. So although I despise what you have done to me, breaking our deal and kept me wanting for so long, after holding that witch at bay, there was a silver lining. After you brought me out, you gave me the chance to leave and enter the world as a whole, fresh, with heads to harvest.
We knew Paxi had something to do with that.
It would not have gone this way if you upheld your end of the deal, Paxi. I was willing to work with you, but after you keeping me waiting, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I will get what I want, and if one will not let me out, then I will take the first chance to leave when given. Did you really think I would just return to my realm after being offered something meager, not even worth taking due to what it is?
Oh, god damn it.
Swear to God, every bad thing that happens in the world,
I
has
have
something to do with it.
I got 2 countries under my belt, guys. Let's go for a third.
No, this was only a city.
Do you know why I'm telling you this?
Yeah, it's only a city.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Because you will not find me.
I'm assuming this dagger won't summon him to me anymore.
From what he's been describing about him not being able to reach him or whatever, this is probably why. Because anytime you would open a rip to where his realm is or wherever he would be, there would be nothing to find.
And that's why my natural 20 on this place. Does the place seem different than, like, it seems more of a facsimile, like a facade? More.
It feels like
less...
an actual dream than just being something real in a dream realm.
And before, it felt like I actually went somewhere.
Yeah, in fact, that's probably why you can see everything for what it is. There's no mist, no shroud to hide it.
Oh, Balls McGee.
You need to use the letter opener again and then just have a middle finger come out of the rift.
The next time you see her, tell that witch that I sent my regards.
And 6 into the ground.
Yeah, okay. No more spell.
And with that, you wake up.
Alright, I'm gonna try something really stupid that probably won't work.
Oh no. Which country are you destroying this time?
I mean, unless I roll something or unless he rolls something obscenely bad. Can I try scrying on the collector?
Oh
You
my
want to scry?
God.
Yeah.
He does have an item of his.
I mean, technically, yeah, he gave it to us. Sure. So that's a minus. So I am familiar.
Wait, what did he give us?
I am very familiar.
That black dagger.
So I'm familiar with him. That's a -5.
Didn't we just find
So
that somewhere?
it says a body part. So that's no. Possession or garment would be a -4. So it'd be a -9 to his wisdom roll. He has to make a wisdom roll of 19. So technically 28. He has to make a wisdom save of 28.
He may make
All right.
that. You don't know.
Or if he's just
you're saying-
protected. Yeah.
So you're casting Scry.
Yeah.
All right. So you cast Scry to try and figure out. At first, you're getting nothing. You know, you're just waiting for the spell to succeed or fail. You'll find out. Then you see that your vision changes as you start to see something. And then all you get is a vision of many, many faces staring at you.
God.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh no. Oh no. Paxy's going bye-bye. Yeah, 16. He fails.
Fail. You take 42 psychic damage.
Ow,
and
my
you are
brain.
paralyzed.
You just
Damn
see,
paralyzed.
you just see Paxy going from like a like crisscross applesauce stance, like just straight up drooling out of his mouth and seizing up on the floor.
You're assuming that's happening when everyone's asleep right now during this.
More like you start screaming before locking up.
Oh, cool. Is Akez awake yet?
No,
You start
Baker's-
screaming, dude. What happens to our long rest?
Nah, I mean, I guess it's up to you guys on how you react.
I already took my long rest.
Swobo stays asleep.
Yeah,
But-
What? Pax is in trouble? Who cares?
I will say this though: after a minute of being paralyzed, you would eventually regain movement to your limbs. And no, there's no other save.
Cramp.
You failed the one save, so you're just paralyzed for a minute.
Cramp. 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 Ow. Ow. Ow.
So I guess the last one, which is I guess Akis wants to speak with Lord Shen.
Paxy's drooling into the carpet. Akez is talking to Akez.
Akez is just like reading the paper. Like, yeah, I'll be back
Alright.
soon."
Kai.
I'm getting more hot chocolate.
You're talking to a god, not getting hot chocolate.
I can do both.
You already talked to a god, technically.
I know.
Talking to a second god. You're very busy.
Okay, yes. Hi, I'm here to the sky dimension where Shen hangs out.
That is actually correct.
Oh, that's cool.
Just say that at least Akez's dreams are all gonna go way better than Paxy's.
Yeah,
If
I talked to
Akez-
the nice guy.
If Akez doesn't end
I
up
didn't
as a
even like it.
drooling Neanderthal in the carpet with me at the end of this, I'm gonna be very upset.
But Paxy tries dreaming 3 times. He goes, fail, turn into
Fail.
a vegetable.
Yeah. Actually, if I were you, I'd prepare for
And,
disappointment
and also
now.
learn that he's responsible for the destruction of a major city.
I mean,
not
responsible
probably.
for three.
Destruction of a major city. He's just responsible for a lot of deaths.
I unleashed
Yeah.
a memory demon upon a continent.
You just unleashed a psychic skull-stealing death monster. It's fine.
Damn, Shen got beefy.
Yeah,
Wait,
no.
have we seen Shen before?
Once.
You have.
I don't
I have
remember
had
this
one vision
token.
with him.
Damn.
I think it's a different one,
Paxy
but
destroys a continent and decides, I don't even need to talk
Do I have
to
an
these
image of
people
what
again.
Lord Shen looks like?
This is off like an evil entity from another dimension. Oh, I need to apologize to him.
Apology not accepted, by the way. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, got that.
But all the people who died, whatever, they're dead.
not only apology not accepted, but A, apology not accepted. B, I'm free now. I don't need you.
Yeah, B, we're gonna have to go kill that thing now.
No, he's going to kill you, and then he's going to leave. He doesn't care about us. But we do have heads. He's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
death.
Is this the image? Okay,
I don't know, I
here
get
we
the
go.
feeling this
Slobo,
entity's-
I have a creature from another dimension you get to hit with your axe.
I
There
have a
we
feeling
go.
this entity's evil, so he might keep Paxy alive.
You guys are familiar with him, but I'm going to post it anyways again for campaign
I
1.
feel like killing Paxy only has to count as a
I
good
don't remember
action
seeing
at this
this.
point.
I mean, it was a while ago, and it was only like the once or twice.
So, At first, you once again find yourself basically floating above the heavens with the ground below. You don't recognize the land, by the way. It is not Shaluta.
Okay.
But then in a flash of silver light, you can see a pair of bright white wings and furrow revealing this tiny towering form of Shen. Small, definitely a little bit bigger than what you remember.
In Latin.
I imagine myself a pair of sunglasses.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Hi. Been a while.
Greetings, my follower. You have reached out to me, so I assume that you are in need of aid.
I am in need of. You could say that, yeah. How long you got? Okay, so there are two major things that I need some kind of. I don't know. I'm not like expecting you to like bust out of the sky and like do some like stuff, but I guess just whatever aid or advice you can provide. A bunch of followers of Scary Eyeball Antigen Man, including like our like working to awaken a terrible evil in the place I am right now, the country I'm in. How much knowledge do you have about like I guess individual followers of Antigen, or how do you know magical abilities to counter theirs or something? Spells that I could use to defeat them and their illusions and their mind magic and stuff.
Unfortunately, the magic of Allergen is thorough, although chaotic as it may be. The most straightforward answer is simply to slay them as they stand, as much as it pains me to say, but any who have been forcefully converted through any magical means have no hope of salvation, due to control of Antigen is so extensive that it now reaches into their very soul. If they were to be revived, they would merely be acted as another vessel and be used to carry out Antigen's will. That is the danger of his most greatest followers, which is perverting their very soul and identity.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
To destroy them is simple. You either use the white flames that I wield, or the more medieval method of cutting them down where they stand.
Yeah, that's the answer I didn't want to hear, but I expected it.
I give my condolences to you and your people.
Thank you. Follow-up question. I guess there's sort of 2.5. Do you have the ability to manifest in the physical world? Like if shit got really bad?
I can, although limited, but that requires my followers to be strong enough to withstand my power. Those who are not fully capable would find themselves only to burn to ash when wielding my silver flames. So if you wish to call upon me, I must decline, even no matter how much I wish to aid you. You would not be able to handle my power. That is entirely
fair. I don't feel like being disintegrated today, but you know, if the mood strikes me, I'll hit you up. Third question. You're it's gonna sound like a weird question. You're a god, right? Or some incredibly powerful celestial?
A demigod, in a way, but not a true god, unfortunately. Although I do aspire to be one.
Okay. Recently I've learned that powerful deific entities are beings of pure energy, and if something steals their supernatural powers, it injures that god.
That is correct, but the methods of stealing a deity's power is very limited, and usually a deity would pick up on that and fight back.
But if a deity, like for example, the deity maybe was being accosted on several fronts and was having their power stolen in ways they couldn't counter, or was somehow bamboozled or injured in some other way, would you, either being a god yourself or having a deity yourself and being on that level, would you be able to heal a wounded god, or would you know of a way for a god to heal themselves if they were wounded?
My cleansing flames can heal wounds,
However, to heal a god is a different matter entirely. Gods or deity-like entities are not people, not like you. We are not of flesh and blood. We are an incorporeal matter and energy. Think of it as us assimilating with the planes itself.
If that's the case,
To
could a wounded-
restore as you wish. It is not something that I can do without weakening myself substantially. By healing another deity by giving my power, I would put myself at the mercy of the rest of the deities. I know the question you ask, for I know the deity of your kingdom, Nosophi, is weak. But I can ill afford to release my own power to weaken myself when I'm in a constant battle with Anagen. As long as Anagen lays strong and his influence great, I cannot yield a single inch. Otherwise, he will take a mile.
So, tangent. So, are you like when you're not here, like interacting with a mortal? Are you like physically fighting Anagen in some kind of intermediate plane, or fighting his followers like some kind of giant winged doom guy?
We, as deities, do not fight through conventional means. We fight through extending our power and influence, trying to manipulate the world in our favor, to give direction. We try to reach out and accumulate followers, to let others wield our power and act as our emissaries. The more influence a deity has, the stronger and more control they obtain. That is why Anagen is constantly trying to rip the world and take it into his own power. And that is why he's been growing stronger. I am not aggressive in my own font, instead reaching out and extending to those who desire help instead of forcefully implementing myself to them. It is an unfair battle, but I am lawful by nature and thus fair, unlike Anagen, who will fight through any means necessary. That is why my influence, such as in the Thalmag Empire and Ulazor, is greater than Anagen's. Although I do have to still contest with other deities that exist in those realms.
Okay.
It is not a two-way font. Every deity has great power, and are always wrestling for some form of superiority and control. It's just simply that me and Anagen are the greatest of rivals and are focusing on each other entirely.
Okay. So, could a deity? I mean, no need to be ambiguous about it. Do you think if she doesn't get the power that was taken from her back, will she die, or could she recover given enough time?
That's when he kind of lowers his head a little bit. He starts pondering. Which is a little bit odd because it seems like this kind of guy seems to be the individual who has all the answers, or at least something. But after a bit, he eventually raises his head again. The death of a deity is not a common thing. In fact, it is an extreme rarity. The only time a deity would be lost entirely is when their influence becomes zero. Nothing.
Okay.
For her to die, she is weakened. For not only is her influence decreasing due to her own people losing faith in her, or simply dying due to the monstrosities of her land, but when something else physically siphons her power, it just makes her weaken greatly, more fast. For her, if she were to die, she would fade from to obscurity, and then her existence is gone. There would be nothing to worship, nothing to call power upon, nothing at all.
So, are you saying that the only thing that could permanently destroy her is a complete secession of her worship? And that if me and my comrades are able to stop the threats facing Chaluda and bring more of a stability to the region, she could eventually become healed?
With the power that was stolen from her, she would not be able to heal, but you would at least prevent her from falling further into weakness. Her losing Salona, her voice, was a mortal blow to her. Every one of us has a voice one way, either one powerful voice or many. I have Father Generosity.
She has no Sophie. Anajin has as many followers. When our voice is cut off, it limits and hurts us greatly, before it completely stops our influence in many ways. Think of it as a general in a way leading an army. When you lose your general, your soldiers start becoming aimless, with no way to go, no way to direct, and thus it would then mean they would become consumed by the more organized forces.
Let's see. So the only way to truly save Nosefi would be to find whatever creature stole her powers and destroy it.
That is correct. But that is going to be a mission that I urge you to not follow through. It would be finding a creature not only of powerful origin, but now wielding the powers of a god. It would be suicide. I do not want you to risk your lives for a mission, although valiant and great, and for the greater good of your people. It would be a waste. A fool's mission. Just nothing but suicide.
We're not very smart.
That sounds like our kind of job.
I don't think that any effort taken to do good in good faith is wasted.
But if you were to ceaselessly and just simply waste your life, it does more harm. A warrior who can save many people decides to fight a battle doomed to fail and lay their lives down to die, would then hurt the people and the land they were to protect, instead of staying behind and fighting battles where they could win.
We're not
If
very smart.
If Nosefi is permanently weakened, she will always be at risk of being destroyed by other supernatural entities. And if all the things you've said about the relationship between one another is true, then potentially Anajin could just spend the rest of eternity attacking Shaluda, a weak point in the physical world, and use it as a way to spread his influence.
By that logic, that would also mean I could instead insert my influence and then gain control.
Okay. But
that is not something I wish to snuff out a god with good intentions.
Yes. And even if she was destroyed by means other than you, ultimately the way you and Anajin behave are so different that he would always have the advantage.
That is true.
Unless you're willing to use all of your power to muster some massive army of Templars to march on Shaluda and occupy it, or replace its population with people loyal to yourself.
That goes against what I stand.
And even if we ignore you and Anajin's relationship with the physical world and each other, a place where, so long as Nosefi is weak, everyone in Shaluda is at risk. Even just the natural ecosystem, the supernatural ecosystem, and that's before we consider threats from other realms. Trying to save her
from your own realms.
Exactly. Trying to save her has a great deal of good, because if she is restored to her power, conceivably she will exist for as long as the material plane does. I won't.
You do speak true, Hagus, my child. I will say this. You are right on the aspect that it would be very problematic. Even though I have no desire to, the only way I could fully gain full influence would be to snuff out Nosefi and then take control through occupation. That would be the only way to prevent Anajin from taking advantage of Nosefi's weakness, which is not what I wish to do. After all, Shaluda as a land is chaotic by nature, the complete opposite of what I am. Although not an evil chaos, it is still chaos. After all, your kind wishes to wander, the elves desire freedom, and the Baxi live by their instincts and desires and their curiosity.
Damn
the Fane, I will not even explain. But it is true. Nosefi, in order for order to be re-established, the Guardian Dragon needs to return to her power, even if not her prime, at least enough to defend herself, and by creating a power vacuum in a land where gods are gone and new powers are trying to reside and take new places, it's not acceptable.
Okay.
I would then decide this. I will aid you and your party in ways I can only do so without harming. The first would be to destroy another of Anagen's voice, and then restoring the power of the Forest Dragon.
I mean, that's basically what my plan was going to be anyway. So, us working together for things we both want, good for everybody.
That is correct. And even then, it is still a valiant decision. I wish for order, for law, but also to give those unable to fight power for themselves to fight. After all, I am the god, if not a demigod, of the weak, giving them the strength with silver flames to fight those who wish to oppress and take advantage of. You have my flames, Aegis. And know this. When there comes a time when you need to fight, take down those followers, and as well as seek the creature, you simply need to call my name, and I will give you enough flames that your body can stand to unleash upon these foes of chaos and those who wish to disrupt the order we have established.
All right. That worked for me.
Then we have an accord.
That we do.
There is one last thing on my mind that I must speak of.
Okay.
It is of Nosophy specifically, the wild dragon that you're more than aware of.
Yes.
You do not know this, for what you are. You're but mortal, short-lived, and unaware of the true histories, and also of the dragons not revealing their origins. You are aware of the fact that they too were once mortal, correct? Just like any deity.
I just spoke with her like an hour ago, and she mentioned that she and her 5 other siblings all ascended to divinity sometime a long time ago, immediately
6
during or
siblings.
after the. Well, it's her 5 other siblings, so it's in total 6.
Ah, so you did have 6 siblings, but only her and 5 ascended.
Wait,
Oh.
there's 7.
So the 7th
one of-
unfortunately fell after being corrupted by the far realm.
Ominous.
His name is Zaldris.
Okay, so
But regardless, what I wish to speak of is information that you would not find anywhere else, but I deem it important for you to know for the possible future. It relates to the old mages of old and the relationship the dragons had. Particularly during a time of the Great Reset.
What was that?
The Great Reset. Knowledge that I cannot completely give due to the limits of this plane. To give too much would be to break unspoken rules. It's something you must learn on yourselves. However, what I can give was the relationship the causer and the dragons had. Ortholos.
The Sorcerer of Circles.
No, the Innovator, as you've deemed him as this title. You speak of Flaxus.
Oh, right.
But Ortholos originally had a deal with the dragons, the Guardian Dragons, in exchange for them ascending to Godhold and to protect each segment of their land. He would then spare them, or at least part of them, with his grand spell to erase and rewrite history and the universe as a whole.
Okay. So the fact that they
ascended is due to Ortholos and his spell.
Right.
Such magic is unheard of in the realms. To ascend to godhood requires a great amount of tithy, worship, and power. A grand deed and enough respect to make one become gods. But this is a unique form. Artificial godhood. The Guardian Dragons would have never achieved what they have if it wasn't for Ortholos and his magic. But now that Ortholos is not here, and the spell, incomplete as it may be, is fading, their influence is growing weaker. So although they
So-
are gods, the only thing holding them back is the fact that they have followers and voices. And when those are gone, it's only a matter of time till they fade.
So the spell that created the shift in reality that destroyed all the great mages is what ascended them to divinity. And because the
correct.
magic of the spell has grown weaker over time, that means that once the spell is, that means their power is fading as well.
Not growing weaker, but stagnant. They were given a set amount of power, and with them unable to grow, they simply fade.
Shouldn't they
Many
be getting
deities have
stronger
advantages.
because they have worship?
One would think. However, due to their unique nature, I cannot quite say how this whole thing affects them. They should be growing more powerful with more influence, but it doesn't necessarily be the case. Their reach is limited. You see the lands for what they are. Shador, the Boomies, Argracia, Thalbach, and more. They are set domains that the dragons operate, and each dragon cannot interfere. And that is also why us deities, who normally where the land is not segregated and set by boundaries, have harder time getting our influence in on the dragons. They were given set rules in a set boundary. Normally, a guardian deity such as them would not simply be focused on their land, but expand further. If Sophie wished, if she were a normal deity like me, she could extend her influence to that of the Metopian wastelands, creating forests, and taking that unfertile land and making it bountiful. But that's not the case. This spell gave them rules.
Do you think if we somehow found this magic, or some piece of it, we could break the spell over them and allow them to become normal deities?
That is a possibility, but that would be a waste. If you find this magic, you can sue a lot more. I have seen it. My vision is hazy. I know what it is capable of. Think of it as the wish spell, but far greater. Capable of taking your words, your desires, instead of the spell taking your into a literal form, such as asking for a powerful weapon, instead just giving you a simple sword that is strong. Instead, the spell, in the most basic terms, would give you a weapon capable of doing everything you desire, performing the exact method, and complete the task you wish. In this case, Ortholos simply wanted to rewrite history in the land into one specific image of what he desired, and the spell followed through, although incomplete, due to reasons I do not know. He wanted the mages to be gone, the magic to be limited in order to prevent future mages from arising, and the dragons to ascend, and to erase other traces, and more, and more, and more. To simply engrave Kianzi's dragons to be fully into godhood would be a waste, and if you get this magic, you can do simply anything if you have the power to follow through with it.
Well, I wouldn't want to become like the great mages, go all power hungry.
Of course not.
I mean, I could okay, so step like 1 is so the dragons won't all die. Step 2, make it so Anagen does die. That's step 2. We'll work on like a step 3 or 4 as time goes on.
But I will tell you this. Although it is not my greatest of interests, but I must urge you to at least find traces of this spell and prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. All it takes is a malicious individual to simply rewrite history and reality.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how much weirdness someone with good intentions caused with that spell. Someone with bad intentions, ooh.
The worst, I can have to say, Ortholos was not fully one of good intentions. I have seen from my own observations is that by the time he cast the spell, he began to fail. He fell and lost himself, who he is. He became blinded, insane, to focus on a goal that he shunned everything away. All of his friends, his allies, he turned. And that is all I can say on the matter. But Auseland started with a man of good intentions, but only to pave a road to hell.
That does seem to happen a lot, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, when one has the power to do anything, eventually their goals and mind begins to skew and twist until it's no longer what they desired anymore. A remnant of his former selves in a way. Regardless, this conversation has extended for quite a while, but to summarize it simply, to my answer, you have my assurance that I will aid you in the coming battles.
Thank you. That's all I really needed to know, but it's been nice talking with you.
Indeed. But know this, you will not always be able to reach me, but if I am able, I will attempt to call. If not, do not take it as a sign of me ignoring.
You're a very busy man, I can imagine, so I understand.
That is one way to summarize my situation. Regardless, you have my blessings, child.
I will use them well.
At that point, he bows his head to you, and then he embraces himself with his wings, and then vanishes in a flash of silver light.
Oh, there he goes. Ah.
And then you wake up.
I do. And we all get another level up. No.
No.
If only.
Guys only recently leveled up.
Yeah, we did.
But I talked to 2 gods in one day. That sure was at least like 5 experience points.
That's fair. And in fact, he talked with a eldritch entity that he ended up releasing.
Yes. Paxi, you gotta make like one good decision, please. I'm begging you.
No.
Yeah, wait, is that why we leveled up? Because we got the experience from Paxi killing like 2 entire countries?
Well, no, you see, innocent civilians are CR0, so they're worth no XP. So
there had to be at least some people in those towns.
I guess.
Think about how many things the Drain Monster has probably killed at this point.
True. Wait a minute. What if the Drain Monster levels up? Oh no.
Drain Monster's like level 40 right now.
HP.
Right.
And he just hit level 41.
Everything it kills adds to its infinite temporary HP shield.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was more of a lore session compared to the last session, which was just pure fighting. But this would probably be a good place to end it.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
Was indeed a good lore dump.
Yes.
Yep. And also, shit's been hitting the fan a lot more than you guys realize, and also recently. So
definitely good introduction of the troop.
We finally learned how it was that the giant demon attack was Paxi's fault. We all knew it was his fault somehow. We just didn't know how.
The demon attack wasn't Paxi's fault. The collector didn't create the giant demon attack. The collector is just killing people for fun. It's gold. Am I wrong, Dylan? Did I misinterpret information?
yeah, you're not wrong. But the demons is not your guys' fault.
No.
Not
I
really.
mean, not that we know about. In before it's revealed that somehow Paxi is the reincarnation of someone who was alive during the Great Mage's incident, and it's somehow all his fault again.
Bro, that'd be news to me.
Isn't that kind of the point of reincarnation? You're not supposed to remember your past lives?
It depends.
That's
Yeah,
not what the
because-
reincarnate spell says.
I mean, a reincarnation spell, you remember your identity. You just live in the wrong
Dylan's just
body.
like, son of a bitch, I have to change this again?
Alright, note to self, Paxi did not start off as a squirrel. Let me delete this and start anew.
Paxi, you
That's
seem
why it's easy to
oddly...
turn him into one.
Everyone's a squirrel,
Paxi,
except for when they're
you
not.
seem oddly familiar with being a squirrel. Can't really place your finger on it.
He
You
always
seem
liked
really-
nuts in his mouth.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
that
wait
was
a
really
minute.
low hanging fruit. I respect
It
it.
really was.
Low hanging nuts.
Yeah.
Probably should get that checked out. It's really cold. It shouldn't be doing that.
God. Okie dokie.
Oh,
You guys
I
have
get
a
a
good
god.
night.
Yep.
You also have a good night, or else,
Next
motherfucker.
session should hopefully have more fighting, and Josh should also be for next session as well, so we should be good.
All right.
We'll have a paladin
Bye,
help
bye.
with fighting.
Okay,
Well,
bye.
Here, we will automatically win. Bye, everybody.